105 The Bone. Good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday, July 30th, 2024, and we are coming to you live. Good morning. How's everybody doing? Good. I actually had a look at the year when I was reading the date. Getting old. You want to know how old we are, Galvin?
How old?
How old are we?
Don't look at my computer.
I'm not looking.
How many years ago did Tom Cruise's greatest movie, Cocktail, come out?
That came out, I'm going to say that was 40 years ago.
Close.
I'm going to say 38, actually, is what I was thinking.
I read yesterday that the Beastie Boys' Paul's Boutique came out 35 years ago, which made me feel pretty old because I remember that was my my second or third CD that I bought in my life. I remember my first one was Guns N' Roses' Appetite for Destruction. My second one was Run DMC, It's Tricky. And my third one was Paul's Boutique. And that was 35 years old.
You had Appetite on CD? Oh, I got it on cassette.
I had Appetite on CD because I had just gotten a CD Walkman.
Oh.
That was this big and this thick and heavy. And I was carrying around. I didn't have a lot when I was a kid. So when I had something that was eye-catching, it was pretty cool. And I'd take the city bus everywhere. So I'd be on the bus listening to my CD player. And everybody would look at it like, is that a CD player? I'm like, yeah, it is.
Yeah, no big deal. Watch out.
The other thing I had was because my dad had parental guilt because he wasn't around much. So when he would come by, he'd like buy us something, you know?
Right.
And my dad bought me a Sony Watchman, which was a little portable TV that got like 5 channels.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dude, when I used to take the city bus to work or home and watch the Yankee games, I'd look up and everybody be leaning over my shoulder watching the game. I'm like, oh, okay, we're watching the game together.
And
it's all right.
That worked off a regular antenna?
Regular
like
antenna. Yeah. It was just, you only got the local channels, you know, but it came in, it was black and white.
Yeah. It was decent, though. There wasn't a lot of interference. And
no, not on the local channels. You know, you got the CBS, the NBC, because there was no cable at that time.
Right.
So
they were sending
strong.
out,
The antenna was like 7 feet long, though. We had one, too, and it was like this long.
Yeah.
Antenna, and you had this little tiny box. You're holding like this with it's like 10-foot long antenna.
Mine looked like a walkie-talkie.
Yeah.
Because they made those that looked like a little TV, like a shrunken TV.
Yeah,
and
we
was
had
hard
that.
to carry, yeah.
I just remember the big-ass long antenna.
We'd have a long antenna. Yeah.
remember when you used to put your antenna up on your cell phone?
Oh, yeah.
You'd be talking to somebody.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Hang on a second, and then put the antenna up. There you go. Yeah, now we're good.
I forgot about that, man. When the flip phones had them. Oh, that's funny.
And it was so funny because like the flip phones especially, it was just a piece of plastic. There was nothing.
No.
It didn't do anything.
The antenna.
Yeah, the antenna.
Oh, yeah. I'll tell you though, nothing obviously except the iPhone, but nothing as good as the Nextel.
Oh yeah, that was the best. So how many years for
36.
36
All right,
years.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Cocktail was on in the movie theater that I worked at. I must have seen that movie 300 times in one summer.
I've watched
crazy.
it so many times. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's weird because it holds up as a good 80s movie, but it is weird that it's a Tom Cruise movie. Like, how did they convince him to take that job?
Right.
But the difference is that had that been not Tom Cruise and been Charlie Sheen, movie would have been garbage.
Yeah.
Nobody would ever watch it. It would have been garbage. With Tom Cruise in there, it becomes fantastic.
They probably got him to get to do it because he wasn't Tom Cruise yet. You know what I mean?
He was, though.
But he wasn't like Tom Cruise.
Right, but
you're a young actor, you're looking for your next big leading role.
But he had been in so many good movies that they were like, this guy's the guy.
Yeah.
And
but leading roles up into that point?
Or was I guess he was like ensemble roles.
Yeah, he was kind of on the come up. So it's like this is a movie that's yours.
Yeah, that's true.
You know,
He did Legend.
He did do Legend. I forget about Legend too.
No.
I just remember Outsiders before like Cocktail. I don't know what else he was in.
He had done that military movie where he got the real was it Taps?
Yeah, with him
Timothy
and
Hutton.
Yeah.
And then he'd done All the Right Moves, and he had movies.
But he was the guy in Cocktail. You know?
He did. Just get those records on.
Risky Business.
Risky Business.
Oh yeah,
Which was nothing more than an 80s titty movie anyway.
yeah.
That's interesting.
I miss those.
No.
Yeah, I watched one the other day that was really good. It was, it's a great movie, but it had such gratuitous nudity.
For no reason at all.
Oh, all the time.
Like no reason.
All the summer camp movies and stuff. Yeah.
Not just the gratuitous nudity, but that wouldn't hold up today.
Yeah.
It was Back to School, Rodney Dangerfield.
Oh, yeah.
So he goes to visit his son on campus at college to surprise him, and he sees Greek letters, so he assumes that's where he lives. So, of course, he walked into a sorority, and then he walks up the stairs, hears the shower, and he goes, "Oh, it must be him." Opens the shower door, and there's this girl 40 years younger than him taking a shower, and he's like, "Oh, hey, sorry, but you look good."
Yeah. No reason at all.
No reason at all. Just an old man staring at a young naked girl.
I was watching John Candy's Summer Rental the other day, and the neighbor just is showing everybody her boobs the whole movie. That's the whole gimmick.
Well, she got new ones.
She got new ones,
but still, that's a big plot point. Like, hey, look at these.
You got to put it in a summer movie.
Yeah.
Lynn Austin in that movie.
Oh, really?
Lynn Austin and BL are in that
Joe's
movie.
in that movie.
Yeah. I was on the beach.
Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Because they filmed it right at Medina Beach.
I remember that. I just remember hearing BL always say her and Lynn are in that
That's
movie.
a great movie. Very underrated.
So Tom Cruise started out with Endless Love, then Taps, then Losing It.
Well, let's not get crazy. Who's in Endless Love? with
Endless
him?
Love. He was Billy, and it was.
Who's the girl?
Let me see.
'Cause that's a
come on.
remake, right?
Yeah, I got to do a stupid membership for this thing.
Jesus.
I don't know. Somebody look up Endless Love, 1981.
All right,
see
not
who's
that
in it.
important.
Taps, Losing It. Where
Taps, which he was really good, and he still
Yeah.
had vampire teeth.
Losing It is where they're all trying to get laid.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
Then Outsiders.
What do you
Okay.
need from Endless Love?
Just
Who is the girl?
Brooke Shields.
Oh, okay. There you go.
No, but he wasn't the main guy.
This says it was Brooke Shields. Martin Hewitt is billed second, and then
Yeah.
Tom Cruise.
Tom
Okay,
Cruise
so
was
he
Billy.
He was
Yeah.
a third guy, third lead.
James Spader, Shirley Knight.
All right, go ahead.
Then The Outsiders.
My love.
Then his first, where it's like him, is Risky Business.
Right.
And that came out in 83.
Okay.
Then All the Right Moves, also 1983.
Also, Risky Business, another movie with a different actor as a throwaway movie. Tom Cruise, it becomes a real movie.
Yeah. But they both had like that and Cocktail had a story, a good storyline,
yeah.
and there was some good dramatic parts to it and stuff.
What was after Risky Business?
After Risky Business is All the Right Moves.
With a good, sexy Leah Thompson nude scene.
Then you have Legend.
That's the one with the
It's 1985.
fantasy one, yeah.
Then he becomes Tom Cruise, Top Gun, 1986.
Yeah.
Then you go The Color of Money, which is fantastic. He
It's
plays
starting to
Vincent.
look at the incline right now. It's getting better and better.
Now he's Tom Cruise. at
Now
this point.
he's in a movie with Paul Newman and directed by Martin Scorsese. All right, so guy, what else is next?
Then you go to the great Brian Flanagan in Cocktail,
Cocktail, okay.
1988.
What a-
Blink, blink,
what a
blinkety blink.
dive down after The Color of Money. I bet you they had that in the can already and released it after Color of Money.
Yeah, could be. Then you go Young Guns, which
Yeah,
what
he
was?
had a small. He
small.
played the dumb guy in Young Guns.
he's in the gang.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was great for Emilio Estevez. That was fantastic.
Oh, still one of the greatest movies ever. I love
Then
it.
you team him up with the great Dustin Hoffman for Rain Man.
Which they were originally had the roles reversed.
Mhm.
And Tom Cruise was supposed to play Raymond.
What?
That'd be so.
That would
weird.
have been super weird.
Yeah, it was what's his name? Dustin Hoffman that said, "I'll do the movie, but I want to play the brother."
Damn.
Yeah, because it was supposed to be. Remember, it was a guy who didn't know he had a brother, so wanted to be the older brother that didn't know he had a younger brother.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Then he goes, I want to be dramatic, and goes Born on the 4th of July.
Not a fan. I understand his acting in that movie, and I understand why people like it. I don't like Vietnam era movies, and I don't like Tom Cruise with a beard and a mustache
Yeah,
and
that
a
was,
headband.
that was a bad
Tom
look.
Cruise is there to be beautiful.
Yeah.
Don't ruin it.
Well, you make him beautiful, put him in a car. Days of Thunder, 1990.
Such a great movie.
Then he got married and
It's
said,
such a
let's,
great movie because you put him in the movie with the great
Robert Duvall. Yeah.
Big Bobby D.
John C. Reilly back when he was a serious actor.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Then he got married and said, let's make a movie together. Far Away.
Ugh.
Yeah. Then one of the greatest movies, no matter where it's on and you come onto it, you're like, I got to watch the
Oh,
rest
hold
of
on.
this.
Let me think of what you're talking about.
If it's on TV,
Oh, I Feel Good Man.
yeah, A Few Good Men, which is fantastic. So much good stuff in there. Then The Firm.
Can I tell you that I think I told you this, but my wife and I, the closest we've come to getting divorced in a long time has been over A Few Good Men.
Did you order the Code Red?
I didn't. I put it on, and she was like, "I'm gonna go to bed," and I go, "When are you gonna go to bed?" And she goes, "We just watched this the other day." I go, "First of all, we watched it like a month ago, and second of all, that's the rule. If it's on, you have to watch it."
No.
And she's like, "Well, you style. It's in HD, and it's from the 2000s."
Once a year.
No, it's not. It's from
Once a
1992.
year?
Once a year.
No way.
Is all you get for your old dumb movies. Otherwise, you watch them. Otherwise, you watch them yourself.
Listen,
Wow,
it's
how
not
dare
Abbott and
you.
Costello meet Frankenstein. That's what you watch once
so
a year in the
good.
holidays. This is A Few Good Men. And if it's on, you watch it for at least a half
I
hour.
mean, that's one of the movies I take to the desert island if I'm stuck there.
Yes. You can't handle
You
the
should
island.
go.
By the way, story by Aaron Sorkin, who is fantastic, and he had it as a stage play,
Yeah.
and then they made it into the movie, and then Rob Reiner directed. And did you ever hear Rob Reiner tell about Jack Nicholson on there?
I don't recall.
That Jack Nicholson would be there for every like rehearsal thing, whatever, or if somebody was doing the scene and they had to, do lines off of him, he was there and stuff.
Yeah.
And then whenever they did his scene for where You Can't Handle the Truth, that whole thing that he does, he said he did it and he did one take, and Rob Reiner said, that's it. I mean,
man.
that's it.
Listen.
You're not going to get better than that.
It is overshadowed by the You Can't Handle the Truth. But Tom Cruise's I Want the Truth pulls that out of Jack Nicholson.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And just the way, there's so many great lines.
Let's
in
go
there.
watch it right now.
Yeah. Listen, sorry about the show today. We got to watch A Few Good Men. What else? What's at that?
Then you go from A Few Good Men to the Firm, which was fantastic.
Another great
which
movie.
was a John Grisham book that they made into the movie.
I never read any John Grisham books before that movie and didn't know what to expect. I just went to go see because it was a Tom Cruise movie, and the twists and turns in that thing were so good.
Yeah.
And the parallels to like what would you do in your real life if this was the case, it's really good.
So Tom's on a roll right now. He's A-list, just crushing it.
Yeah, and then he goes into a movie that they did not want him in, but then absolutely crushed it. And the writer even had to say, "Yeah, listen, he was
I
fantastic."
know what this is.
Go ahead.
This is an Interview with a Vampire.
Interview with Vampire,
Yeah.
as he played
Gay
Lestat.
vampires.
Yep. Then you go from that to here we go franchise Mission Impossible starts in 1996.
Yeah.
Also 1996, a little romantic comedy you may have heard of, Jerry Maguire. Fantastic.
Which
Then
led me to meet Renee Zellweger.
yeah.
And then realized Renee Zellweger has a type. She likes fat Italian guys.
Yeah. We're a little pig nose.
She, I met her and talked to her, and she wouldn't leave me. And I was like, I think she likes me. And then I heard years later Artie Lang telling a story where he met her, and she was like, he felt like he had a chance with her. And I thought she's either really nice or she's got a thing for fat Italian
That's
guys.
the move, yeah.
Then Eyes Wide Shut.
Good
Which
movie.
is
Stanley
weird.
Kubrick, weird movie.
Weird movie. First time you see it, you're like, what is going on? Then you watch it a couple times, and it winds up being a pretty good movie.
Star of that movie is Sidney Pollack.
Sidney Pollack was so good.
Great actor.
He was so, and really was just like producer.
Yeah.
That then would be like, I guess I'll play this part, whatever. He was great on, remember on Sopranos? When he was the orderly that was working in there? Yeah. Then you go Magnolia.
Which I can't get into. It's on all the time, and I never get into it.
Yeah, it's very much.
He has a small part.
Yeah, but it's very much that guy, that Paul Anderson. Thomas
Anderson.
Yeah, but
He's
it's
the
that
only
style.
one. He won an Academy Award for that, I believe.
Did he?
I believe for a supporting actor, or at least he was nominated for it.
Then you have Mission Impossible 2.
Okay, they just get better.
Then you have Vanilla Sky.
Which I still think is such a great movie. It's
great.
Yeah.
And people email me all the time, and they're like, they either love it or like, you're crazy.
It's a weird movie, and it's a lot going on. So I can see where people
It's so
lose
good.
interest and don't. If you aren't paying attention, you're like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah.
It's so good if you don't know anything about it. Like, I watched that movie without having any idea what it was about, and I was like, what is going on? And it was such a good movie. The payoff was good
It's
to
really
me.
good.
Yeah, it's a good. And then you fall in love with Penelope Cruz.
No, definitely.
Another good sleeper that he had that was fantastic is Minority Report.
That's
yeah.
great.
It's been on all the time lately.
Yeah.
I watch it a lot.
That's going to be the future we live in.
Yeah, the Minority Report and Idiocracy are the two movies I feel like if you watch them today in a couple of years, you're gonna be like, oh, okay, yeah. they've been warning
so
us.
much of it already it was coming true. Yeah.
They let you know.
Yeah.
Then he did a little role in Austin Powers and Goldmember,
Yeah.
which was
It's
great.
the beginning of Comic Tom Cruise.
Yeah. Yep.
Then you go Last Samurai.
Oh, so that movie is one of my favorite Tom Cruise
Last
movies.
Samurai is good.
It's a good movie, yeah. And then he goes against type and plays in Collateral with Jamie Foxx.
Very good.
Then you have, let's see, some of the other ones.
Tropic Thunder has got to be after the Austin Powers.
Mission Impossible 3, 2006. Because this has also stuff that he produced, so I'm trying to go through. Then is Tropic Thunder in 2008, where he plays Les Grossman with fat hands.
Yeah.
Give me fat hands. Then another one that kind of didn't get a lot of play, whatever, but is a really good movie, Valkyrie.
Oh, yeah.
Valkyrie
that
was good.
Was it Nazis?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Where he tries to bomb Hitler in the bunker.
Yeah, I saw it. I didn't like it.
Yeah.
Not that Tom Cruise is great, but
Then you have Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol,
Which is
2011.
awesome.
Yeah.
Is that the Philip Seymour Hoffman one?
No, I think
no,
that's
it's a Henry
the-
Cavill.
Oh,
one.
is it?
Oh, I don't
Yeah.
know. I'm getting confused. I think so. I think it's a Henry
That's my
Cavill.
No.
favorite one.
Ghost Protocol, which one is that? I don't know which one it is because I can't click on it because it won't let me.
Ghost Protocol is not the one with Henry Cavill.
Which one is it?
This is the one with the French guy, Josh Holloway.
Oh.
Jeremy Renner's in it. Tom Cruise, Paula Patton.
Oh, yeah, with Jeremy Renner played
Yeah.
the other agent. Yeah, yeah.
So that's the one where he's climbing on the
Yeah,
building with the suction
Saudi
cups.
Arabia
Yeah. Yeah.
In
Sandstorm.
Yeah.
the one that was the girl that was married to.
Yep. The singer.
Thick.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And she fights. She has that fight where they are in like dresses and they kick their heels off.
Oh,
and
yeah.
fight. Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
Fight. Then great Rock of Ages is Stacey
Oh, yeah.
Jacks.
Yeah.
2012. Then you got Jack Reacher, also 2012. So what did they do on the show? They just listed Tom Cruise movies. That's what they did.
We're paying respect.
It's the anniversary of Cocktail. We're reviewing the great career of Thomas Cruise.
Then you have Oblivion.
That was good.
I
that
like
was
that
the one
one,
with
yeah.
the girl where or is that the Morgan Freeman one?
So that is the Morgan Freeman
Freeman.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that
That was I like that one a lot.
You're thinking of the next one, which was Edge of Tomorrow.
Yeah, that was
With
Yeah.
Emily Blunt, which is also great.
That's
And then 2015, Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. Then you go Jack Reacher, Never Go Back. Then The Mummy.
Jack Reacher Never Go Back was the one with the girl. That was a good one.
Mummy
both
was
good.
Mummy was
I
the
love
dud.
that you say the one with the girl. Everyone has had a girl in
No,
it.
the little girl. The girl that was
Oh,
supposed to be
Jack
his daughter.
Reacher. I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about Mission Impossible.
No, this is the one where he thinks they think
Yeah, I
he's
didn't
got a
like the
daughter.
second Jack Reacher as much. I thought the
I
first
thought
one
it was
was.
good. I
I
thought
thought
they
the
were both-
first one was really good. I thought the second one was.
So Jack Reacher did not follow the book,
No.
but there were two good movies. There were two good movies about a guy who used to be in the military and got his eyes open to some things and left the military, and there was just a loner just traveling around with nothing.
I love
In the
it.
first one, when they're in the bar and he gets in the fight with the guy and he's like, "You're gonna need more people, whatever," and he's like, "There's four of us," and he goes, "Yeah, but I'm gonna take you out." And then the second guy, whatever, the third guy, this and that, and he goes, "There's four of us," and he goes, "Yeah, but the fourth one always runs." That's so great in the way that he does it, because whenever he breaks the one guy's leg and then squares up, and the other guy squares up, and he goes, "Really? Like, didn't you see what I just did to your friend?" That's so good. Like, if you're calm when you're fighting,
Oh, it's not good.
don't fight somebody who's calm.
No,
when you're
or
fighting.
little.
Yeah, it's wild. Yeah, somebody that's little and wants to fight you, guess what? You're gonna get your ass kicked.
That might be some of the best advice my dad ever gave me. Is like, don't fight the little guys because they're crazy.
Yeah, yeah. Then you have The Mummy.
Didn't see it on purpose.
Yeah,
I don't like
heard
scary
there's terrible.
movies, and I don't want to be ruining Tom Cruise's
I
legacy.
like that Mummy movie. I know that everyone pooped on it, but I didn't think it was bad.
Then you have a fantastic one. I'll get y'all Cadillacs, American Made.
That's such a
so
great
good.
movie.
Really good. Yeah,
That's another one that I could watch a lot.
yeah. And really didn't get like a lot of play. Like not a lot of
Right.
people even know about that
But
movie.
it's a great movie.
Then you go back to Mission Impossible, Fallout.
Okay.
That one I think is the one with Henry Cavill.
Yeah, probably.
Then you have, let's see, what is, then we come back. 2022.
Yeah.
The Return.
The anticipation that we had going into that movie
Oh,
and wondering if Danger Zone was going to be in it. And the minute that movie opened and you heard, pop, 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 we were like, it's already great.
and the expectations that we had. This better be great. And it, I think, exceeded our expectations.
You 100%.
Top Gun Maverick.
You had to deal with the Rooster situation with Goose's son. You had to deal with a whole new cast of people. You had to deal with Val Kilmer and his throat cancer.
Right.
Like there were so many things in that movie. You're like, how are they going to do this? And then John Hamm being the total dick that he was.
Yeah.
And then him and Penny Benjamin and that story making coming back around.
Yeah.
That was great. She wasn't even in the first one.
Yeah.
And there was a continuation of it in the second one. It was great.
Remember, that was right when COVID was starting, and they tried to release it at home.
Oh,
Yeah,
and
he
was
held
no
out.
way,
And
yeah.
he held out and said, no, it's got to be in a theater. You can't let it go
He was
to
right.
streaming.
Yeah.
He was right.
I love whenever he says, I appreciate your request, whatever this and that. And he goes, they're called orders, Maverick.
Yeah.
So good.
They said Glenn Powell said that he's signed on for Top Gun 3.
Yeah.
And he's already got a date to
And
start,
Miles Teller told Wells the same thing.
to start production.
Nice. And then you have Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1, which we're still waiting for Part 2 because that came out in 2023. We're like, let's go, Tom.
The only thing that sucks is that Maverick dies in the next one.
Yeah, it's got
got no
to.
choice.
Yeah.
Does he die or does he retire?
No, he dies.
He dies.
He retired, dies.
Maverick never retires.
Oh.
Or maybe
Go
he's
out.
retired and they bring him out of retirement
Yeah.
to die.
Oh,
And then we're up to date. That's his last one. I mean, there's stuff in production, but
Thank you,
right.
Tom Cruise.
We'll see you tomorrow, everybody.
yeah, that's it.
Wait,
Tomorrow we
no.
will do Leonardo DiCaprio.
I feel like we just created a new podcast. We just talk about movies of actors that we like.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll tell you one of the things we are doing on the show today is Under Oath. How do you like that?
You can't handle the truth.
That's right. Because no Dom today, right?
Correct.
So we're going to do Under Oath in the 8 o'clock hour. Where's Dom? Who goes to Hawaii for 2 weeks?
2 whole weeks in the old islands.
He must be rich.
Yeah.
I find it hard to believe that I've never been to Hawaii with all the places that I enjoy going to.
Yeah.
I don't want to go.
Yeah. How? Because doesn't it take like?
I
Yeah.
don't care about that.
And
I
Unless
don't-
you're in
Insane.
California.
I mean, I've
Yeah.
flown to
Anywhere else, it's
Japan,
taken a
so
while.
I
Yeah,
don't.
I guess that's true.
But the thing is that Hawaii, hot beaches, and palm trees.
It's pronounced
sounds
bitches.
sounds very much like where I live.
Right?
It does seem overrated to me.
Yeah.
From the outside, just looking at videos and pictures and stuff.
Yeah, I don't really. I don't. It's nice to look at. It's pretty, but I'm not into that.
And when you live in Florida,
right.
Yeah.
you're like, we have
Right,
really
that's
nice
what I'm
beaches.
saying.
Yeah.
It sounds familiar to me. The other thing is, my wife hits me up with, we should go to Idaho, and I looked at her and I go, Idaho. Then she sent me a video of Idaho, and I was like, "Oh man, Idaho! What a secret!"
Really?
Yeah, it got big. What do they call those? Like they have in
Cars?
no.
Grocery
The
stores?
swimming holes, but the
Lakes?
Oh, like
Lakes?
geysers
No,
and all
but-
that?
but,
Hot springs.
no, let me get it out.
But not ocean
No,
things.
no, the lake, not the lake, but the what do we have up in
Pond.
Crystal River?
Springs?
Springs. Yeah, I couldn't get it out. God, it was hurting me. Yeah, it was,
Well, Idaho
it was really
Springs.
nice. Idaho Springs. I didn't know Idaho. I thought it was landlocked.
That's how my wife always plans vacation. She's like, "Oh, we're going to Vermont." I go, "Why?" Ugh.
Yeah, what? Well, like I don't know why you went to St. Louis.
Oh, because it was on. Oh, St. Louis was on
You
the
know
way
why.
to Colorado.
You know
Oh.
why you went to St. Louis? Glug, 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 glug.
Yeah.
To visit the
Stop
homeland.
by the breweries.
The destination was Colorado, and that was on the way.
All right, Colorado. You got the Grand Canyon.
Gio only goes to places that have beer.
Yeah.
St. Louis, Germany. That's it.
Yeah, but Vermont was awesome.
You
And
did go to Colorado to go to the Grand Canyon.
no,
What did you do in Colorado?
we went skiing.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
You didn't go skiing.
No,
Yeah,
listen,
come on.
I tried and I fell down twice and it hurt really bad. And I said, nope.
Did you try like tubing or anything? Something easy?
No, I
Listen.
didn't. I was so angered at my wife at that point for making me try to ski that I didn't want to do anything.
Heed Robert Kelly's warning on tubing. Tubing is, if you're a big guy on tubing, and I don't even mean like a giant guy, I mean just a guy, and you go down that hill, you're going down that hill at speeds that create sparks like
Oh,
the
yeah.
Griswold family. I went on a tube for the first time in Chicago. It was me and my sister and my son had 3 tubes, but you could all hold on to each other. Well, as we start going down the hill, we just start spinning around clockwise as we're going down the hill at 150 miles an hour. I didn't know what was going on, and the whole time I'm laughing, and I wanted to live stream it, but it was too cold for my phone to work. What's good about all of that? Now, the good thing about skiing, so I went to Utah a couple of times, and when you go to Utah, there's a lot of skiing over there. When you don't want to ski, you just hang out in the lodge and drink. That I enjoyed thoroughly.
That's what I ended up doing pretty much. But my wife signs the whole family up. We're going skiing. We got lessons, the whole thing. And then when I fall down on the bunny hill with like little kids, just the sheer embarrassment and coupled with the pain on my body, it was bad.
We went to a ski resort that had an ice skating rink. So I just stayed at the ice skating rink with the kids and watched them skate and drank and
David
ate.
Spade does such a great bit about going skiing. He goes, I went skiing with my friends, and he goes, why don't we go down like Mother Goose, and then we'll go down Hippity Hop Bunny Hill, this and that. And they're like, nope, Hitler's abortion. Here we go.
Hitler's abortion.
Like the worst, scariest ones go down.
I couldn't even go down the bunny slope without falling on my ass.
No, that's skiing though.
It was the worst.
You gotta fall.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I went to Utah, I bought ski pants and was ready to go and
then
there was no snow.
I was all decked out and all the stuff, and I just felt so embarrassed. My kids are looking at me shameful. Like that's
how my kids look at me when I won't go on roller coasters.
There's their fat dad just falling on his ass, can't get up.
We wanted to go to snow because my son had never seen snow. He's a Florida kid, whatever.
Yeah.
So we were like, we could go to Michigan or go up to the Poconos or something. Then we were like, we also want to gamble. Let's go to Vegas and we'll go. So we just rented a car and went out, a half hour outside of Vegas and went. And it was great because it was like 70 degrees out and there's snow and we're out tubing and doing all that. It was a blast.
Yeah. I mean, it's fun. It's definitely fun. I prefer to be cold than hot on vacation.
Yeah, Colorado's gorgeous. It's like a different world out there. It's amazing.
I need to go to Colorado. I've
really
never been,
cool.
and I think I would like it a lot.
When you go to a place that has mountains and you're so used to living here that's got no hills or anything, you could just sit there and look at the mountain. The first time I went to Vegas, I just sat in my room and stared at the mountains. I couldn't believe it. It was great.
We drove through the mountains in like a snowstorm, which was wild. It was unlike anything I've ever experienced.
Yeah, when you have to drive in Tahoe, I was very nervous about driving.
But it was
so
awesome.
far from the edge, but felt like I was on the. I felt like rocks were kicking out under my tires and falling down the mountain as I was driving.
Yeah, I'd never really driven in snow before, and the car's like sliding around, and we're on the side of the mountain.
It's wild, right?
Yeah, it was.
Did you have to put chains on your tires?
No, but we could have.
Okay.
Like there were some people that were doing that, and I remember talking to a guy at one of the gas stations who stopped at. He's like, any more than this, he's like, you would definitely need chains. He's like, we're about at the threshold right now.
You don't know how many times, and Carmen, you probably experienced this in Michigan as well. I don't know how old you were. Were you driving when you were in there in Michigan? Yeah, where you're just driving along on a road and it's snowing and it looks like it's Star Wars because it looks like you're going through the galaxy and stuff, especially at night. And your car just starts turning and you just have to let go of the wheel and just go slowly.
Or the back starts turning.
Yeah.
Spin and just hope that you don't go in the ditch.
Yeah.
You're like, I hope I don't go into a ditch. You know,
Or you're going. Well, the worst was because I lived on back roads.
Same, yeah.
So I lived on dirt roads and like they didn't plow them or anything like that. So you'd literally have to drive like 5 miles an hour because you didn't know where the pothole or the ice patches were. And it would take usually it'd take 5 minutes to get home from school. It would take me, 20, 30 minutes for that drive.
I couldn't even see the actual road. Like you couldn't see the lines or anything.
Wild.
You're just kind of like in the tire tracks of the car that came before you.
I will tell you though, snowmobiles, so much fun.
Yeah.
Snowmobiles are so much fun.
That's what we do next time. No skiing, snowmobiles.
That makes more sense.
Yeah, especially where I grew up because we lived by a lot of cornfields. So
Wide
obviously
open.
in the wintertime, just wide open.
Yeah.
Who wins in a fight? Anidjar and Levine or Farrah and Farrah?
Ooh.
And a jar in
Yeah, probably.
Wow.
Well, Fair and Fair throw the hat.
Fair,
Farrah and Farrah look like they'd come out old school one-piece bathing suit, kind of, what do they call it, singlets?
Yeah.
If they'd wrestle in singlets. My money's on Farrah and Farrah, I think.
Be interesting.
All right, we got to take a break. When we come back from break, Carmen will tell us what we have to give away today, and we will play a little bit of Sporcle. That happens next on 102.5 The Bone. Carmen, what are we giving away to the people today? I know we have a lot of stuff.
Yes, we do. We have tickets for Hailstorm. We have tickets for Crystal Palace versus West Ham, which is soccer.
Yeah, where is that? That's Raymond James Stadium?
Correct.
Okay.
And it's this Saturday. We have tickets for Limp Bizkit,
Loser Tour.
Yes.
Slash,
Okay.
Stone Temple Pilots,
Okay.
and Imposters of Rock.
Hey, I know those guys. You can sleep with the bass player if you really want to.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, 2 at a time. All right, let's do it right now. A little bit of Sporcle. Here we go. Spanish, are there any streaks I need to be made aware of?
Michael, you are on a 1-win streak,
Okay,
so
not a
keep
streak.
it going.
Not a streak. Carmen is the keeper of Sporcle. Pap is your judge and scorekeeper. Carmen, what are we playing today?
Okay, today we're playing 2 L words, 1 short hint. Okay, I'm going to give you a very short hint about 1 or 2 words. and you're going to give me 2 L words that it's describing.
Got it.
Okay?
All right.
Turn you up real quick. Sorry.
Turn you up.
Down.
Turn you up.
Check 1, 2.
Turn
Check.
me up. I
All
turn
right.
you up.
Sibilance.
I'm going to turn you around.
Oh.
All right. Your first one. Arch enemy of Superman.
Lex
Lois Lane. Oh, yeah. Not Lois Lane.
Geo. Political persuasion.
Leaning left.
Left leaning.
Political persuasion. 2 L words.
She didn't come in hard enough, so I thought I'd have you. But what was on the table?
Liberal left
Okay.
is what I was looking for. Kiss.
Lock lips.
Lip lock.
Lip lock.
Damn it.
Galvin.
That's a burn on you.
Loose
hurts.
lips.
Left eye.
Lopez. Lisa Lopez.
Geo. Baseball. Baseball. Little League. Mascara.
Lip liner. Oh, but that was so good. Oh, mascara.
Yeah, different. Mascara.
Lash liner.
I know what it is.
Lie liner.
What?
What?
Long lashes?
Yes, that's what I was looking for. No point.
Boo.
I'd put it on my lips.
Do not do that.
Galvin told me to.
Spanish football. Spanish football.
Leg Legos.
I know it, but I don't know it. I'm just going to say something.
Say it. Nope.
League? Something. La League?
La Liga. No point.
That was pretty close.
But was not
Yeah.
one. So. Union boss. Looking for the LL word.
Labor leader.
Mike Calta
Yeah.
and Pep. We're halfway there.
Spanish is not on the board. He has 0 points. Michael with 1, Galvin with 1, and Geo is your leader right now. He's winning with 2.
We're all tied up.
Slayer.
Yeah, we're all tied up.
All right, we're playing 2 L words by these short hints. Your next one, good fortune.
Lady Luck.
Galvin. Secret chimp.
What was the second word you said?
Chimp. Like a monk. Secret chimp.
Like a monkey, you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
Chimp. Lancelot Link.
Yeah.
I guess it was a show?
Yeah.
Joe knows.
No point. Frank Burns.
Larry Linville.
Mike Calta.
Frank Burns eats worms for MASH. His real name,
MASH.
Larry Linville.
I was thinking lieutenant. But, yeah.
A Christmas Story.
Leg lamp.
Mike Calta. 7 Up.
Lemon lime.
Spanish.
Never had it, never will.
Country singer.
Loretta Lynn.
Yeah, Geo.
Oh, I beat Gio.
No.
He said la 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 la.
You've never done that.
Point Geo.
Thank you.
Thank you, Joe. Integrity.
Band that had a #1 hit
Limp.
with
Nope.
La Bamba.
Los Lobos.
What's your name? Galvin. Sorry. And Pep. We are on the last 3.
Spanish with 1 point.
Loser.
Hey,
Galvin, Geo, and Mike all tied with 3.
All tied up.
Everybody's tied up.
Oh.
No.
You got this, Spanish.
Except the
Everybody's
little
tied.
loser.
Oh, come on.
Not you.
You know, you didn't have to make it a double
It's a theme.
L word.
It's a theme.
That's-
Yeah.
even,
It's
it doesn't
part
even
of-
words.
It works.
That was the next clue.
So hurtful.
Point Mike. No.
Oh, what the? You too?
All right. Double L words by these short hints. Last 3. Here we go. Air travelers worry.
Long layover.
Ooh, that was good. That was good.
That was good,
Air
but
travel.
not what I was looking for. Air
Loose luggage.
Lost luggage.
Mike Calta.
Thank you, Spanish.
Assist.
Man, I gotta tell you, today is not my day.
What did you say? Loose luggage?
Yeah. You don't want loose luggage in there. You know?
That's true.
Keep it tight. Keep it tight.
Yeah.
All right, double L words, last two. Here we go. Muhammad Ali.
Living legend. He's dead.
Louisville legend.
Muhammad Ali.
Longboat legend.
I don't know.
Louisville Lip.
Yeah.
You just figure you throw out Longboat legend just to see what would happen?
Yeah, why not?
All right.
What was it? Louis Lip?
Yeah, Louisville Lip.
Oh.
Because
Louisville
he
Lip.
would talk smack.
Oh.
And your last one.
What's the score here?
You have 4,
All
we have
tied
3. Spanish has 1.
That's correct.
Sorry, Joe. I didn't mean to
It's all right.
steal your
That
thunder.
one job.
It's actually a different job than
Little loser.
all right. We don't gotta go back.
All right. Last one. Double L word. Nightclub ladies man.
Oh.
What do they call nightclub ladies man? Double L words.
I know it.
Cool.
Ladies, man.
Is it?
Lounge lizard.
Point Joe.
I was thinking the actual ladies, man.
Yeah.
What his
Yeah.
name? I thought, wasn't it Leon something?
Phelps.
Is it Leon Phelps?
I believe so.
I never would have got that. I would have said lot lizard.
That's
Wow,
something
lizard.
else.
Little
Leaping
lizard.
lizards.
Yeah.
I had so many in my head.
I was waiting the whole time for Lisa Loeb.
Lisa Loeb.
Your final score: Spanish with 1 single point. Galvin and Gio both with 3, and Michael is your triumphant champion today. He won with 4.
Now we have a streak.
Yeah.
That's awfully loud. Good morning. Who's this?
Hi, this is John.
Hi, John. How are you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing all right. How about yourself?
You are the winner, John. I will put you on hold, and then you will get to pick from that tremendous amount of prizes that we have.
Awesome. Thank you, sir.
All right. Just be patient. Give Carmen a second to clear the lines, and we'll come back to you here during the break. Galvin, what do we have coming up next in news?
Coming up in news, we have Smells Like Bananas.
I just ate one.
What?
It's over, and Spanish's favorite day.
Little loser day.
It's Little Loser Day.
It's Little Loser Day. It's Daddy's favorite show.
Little loser day. Spanish.
What? You don't have to. I mean,
Sorry.
I ate no chicken wings for Chicken Wing Day.
yeah, I didn't.
Yeah.
Same.
Neither did I.
I saw commercials for him though.
So did I did want some, but
For me, every
trying-
day is chicken wing day. so
Yeah,
I don't really.
Right, you want to celebrate it. I don't mind paying for those extra 5 wings.
No.
I don't know, Gio. Did you see that? I posted the video of us working out yesterday.
I did, yeah.
It's on
who's
our
who?
Instagram at the Mike Calta Show. Gio is the black guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm so sore.
It's 2 guys who are throwing weights to each other in between doing like squat thrusts.
Yeah.
Insane. I think one guy, just a white guy, finally just misses.
was
Almost
wh-
takes his head off.
That was way harder than I thought it was going to be on the surface.
Shows how much you work out. They're doing burpees.
Yeah, well, I don't. Listen, I don't do anything like that. I'm not into calisthenics.
No. Pilates.
Say more workout words.
By the way, anybody see Selena Gomez doing Pilates?
No.
Yes, I did.
Hot, hot, hot.
Yeah.
Hot.
Check it out.
Explain
Check it
to
out.
me the threesome of Selena Gomez, Steve Martin, and Martin Short. I know they
that
did a show
hotel-
together.
Yeah, they're doing a show.
It's actually really good.
It is.
Only Murders in the Building, which is a big show, and they have a lot of big celebrity guest stars on there and stuff. But yeah, it's a show that Steve Martin came up with. I think the idea and wasn't meaning to be in it, but they were like, "We'd really like for you to be in it, you know, if you do whatever." And then of course Martin Short, him and Martin Short work great together.
My wife,
And-
I think, is in love with Martin Short.
Yeah,
She says to me every time that commercial comes on, we're at the bookstore together, and she goes, "I'm going to be really sad when he dies." Like, well, he's not dying, so it's not.
Yeah.
Like, why would you think about that now?
he
And-
is so funny to me.
Yeah,
I
he is
love
very
Martin
funny.
Short so much. If you have not watched Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee with Jerry Seinfeld and Martin Short, the Martin Short episode is so good. And it makes you laugh
Stinks
so
that been on the show a couple of times. Him and Steve Martin together.
Yeah.
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 It's so hard to talk to 2 people at once, and for them to have an attitude like this is going to be good. They're like, we're talking to radio guys we don't know in a market somewhere, and they're just like, whatever. You're like,
it seems like they're doing an act too when they're on together. Like they've got
they have inside
setup.
jokes.
Yeah.
There's like a setup punchline. We're doing a shtick.
Two legends, radio. That's what people always tell me. They're like, you'd put that comedian on your show. I go, yeah, that comedian is a terrible comedian, but great on the radio. And the same way around. Like, I've never seen this person do comedy, but always good on the radio. Same way, whereas great comedians on this show sometimes stink. It's just how it goes. Depends on the mood that they're in when they wake up. So, whatever. Did I ask you about news yet, Galvin?
You did.
I'm so looking forward to it. I can't even remember. How excited is Weather Type Mike during? Like, I started thinking about this yesterday. I always say I want everybody to come here. If there's a big storm, we'll all hide out in here. I'm going to Weather Type Mike's house.
Oh, yeah.
You got to imagine that guy's house is like a fortress. If he can
many-
put in his own windows and his own hurricane doors and all those things, you probably can't even get it. Probably you ain't getting any cookies.
He's got so many cookies.
Yeah, he's got unlimited cookies.
He's got
right
unlimited
there.
cookies, and he's got all the hurricane-rated windows and doors.
Yeah.
I want to upgrade my windows, but goddamn, windows are expensive.
I didn't realize how expensive they
are.
were, but yeah, they.
I think my doors will be the first thing to go in a hurricane.
No, dude.
My doors swell during the humidity. Dino has to shave them down so I can close them after a while. It's ridiculous. All right, let's take a quick break. Galvin has your news. After news, we're going to do Under Oath. That is, for those of you who don't know, when the entire show goes under oath, and you'll be able to ask us questions, and we'll answer to the best of our ability. And the Under Oath comes in where, like, if you ask Spanish a question and he's lying, we'll totally call him out on it. You're not allowed to lie during Under Oath. So
Liar.
that'll happen in the 8 o'clock hour. Little loser.
Yeah,
Little liar. Little liar. Galvin has your news. We'll do it next on 102.5 The Bone. Carmi, you nervous about anything?
I feel like I should be, but
Yep.
I can't.
Yep, you should be.
But I can't think of what.
I got questions for you.
Okay. I don't like that. I got questions for you.
Oh,
How about that? We're going to get to the bottom of some stuff
I'd
today.
like to get to your bottom.
She flipped it and reversed it.
All right, it's time to check in with Galvin. He's got today's news.
And now, news with Galvin on the Mike Calta Show.
What do we have in news today, Galvin?
Today's news is brought to you by Pelt Shoes. Your kids are going back to school, whether you need some new shoes, whether it's for athletics or just, to look cool in the hallways and stuff, or they're just feet grew out of the old shoes that they had, which happens a lot because they're kids and they grow out of their shoes like every 6 to 8 months. So you can stop at a Pelt Shoes. They have the 3D scan in there that's going to give you the exact measurement so they get the perfect fit. And, of course, tax-free in Florida. Runs for 2 weeks. Started on July 29th yesterday, so it runs through August 11th. So it's going on right now. You can save yourself some money on some shoes. Stop at a Pelts. They have 6 locations throughout Pinellas, Sarasota, and Fort Myers. Stop at a Pelts today. Make sure you tell them Galvin from the Mike Calta Show sent you.
My daughter has school today.
Yeah?
She's like an
school's
orientation.
Back? Oh,
No,
orientation. Okay.
She has like an orientation because she's switching schools, so she has to go to like an orientation today. I don't like it. It makes my stomach hurt. It gives me side pain. She's going to middle school.
Is she going to a school where they have to wear a uniform, or does she get to wear her own?
I think she wears a uniform.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which.
Is this her first year in middle school?
Yeah.
So she's switching classes now.
I guess. I don't know. That's not
Now's where it all changes, man.
It's not my end of the relationship.
Oh.
I don't. Yeah. You're right. Like was where I start losing them. Joey didn't go to middle school. Joey went all the way straight in the same school till 8th grade.
Yeah.
And then went to high school. But
That's
now
what I did.
Now I feel like things are getting glizz riz and skibbity toilet and all that stuff. Like this. I don't understand what these words mean anymore. Octua.
This is around the time I stopped being cool to my kids was when they were in middle school.
Oh, you were not cool.
Yeah, they know up until that point, Dad is cool.
Yeah, that's like somebody
Fun.
of coolness.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they just forget about you.
And then it's your cringe. Ugh, why did you say that?
I will tell you that didn't happen with my son, but it'll definitely happen with my daughter. Like my son still texts me and says goodnight every night. And,
Yeah.
Oh, that's
those
nice.
sort of, like he and I are still very tight. My daughter, same with my daughter, but I know that's about the end.
I get it more from my daughters as well.
I looked at my wife yesterday and out of the blue and I go, what happens when a boy makes her cry?
Oh.
He has to die.
Yes.
I thought about how many times I made Danielle Mazzola cry in high school and how thank God her father was so much smaller than me.
Yeah, that makes me think of the conversation I had to have with my girlfriend's father from college when she got pregnant.
Oh,
What?
save it for under oath.
Yowza.
Yeah, that was interesting.
That's a
I'm
toughie.
sure he wanted to kill me, but
And I'm sure Mike loves to hear about girls
Yeah.
getting pregnant.
well, I mean,
underage.
it was more so that the dad had to talk to me, and how would you handle that situation? Because I thought I was going to die because he was your size. He's from the Midwest, from Michigan.
What are you telling him? I knocked up your daughter, and now she has to have an abortion.
No, well, she decided to do that. That wasn't my choice, and then
You wanted to have the baby.
Yeah,
At
yeah.
what-
I
how
grew up
old?
Catholic.
Both of them.
Yeah, both of them. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, she was pregnant with
They were
twins.
twins.
Oh,
Yeah. I was like 19, I think, or 20.
that would have made sense.
Oh, yeah.
for you to have two babies
Well,
now. How old are you now?
37. But
So
I
you
grew
would
up
have had two
Catholic.
teenagers now.
Yeah, but growing up Catholic, I was brainwashed into thinking like that's the one-way ticket to hell. So I was like, yeah, just have them and we'll
Two-way
figure it out.
ticket.
Yeah, pretty much.
Double-ended ticket. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it was weird because after we went to Planned Parenthood.
Thank God she was a smart one.
Yeah, and like her family was all there, and I just remember after she was like in the bathroom throwing up, and he was in the kitchen, and I went in the kitchen, and I was just like, "Hey, I don't really know what to say. I'm sorry about this whole situation." And he just looked at me, and he was like, "I understand. I forgive you, but get away from me right now." And I was like, "All right, that's fair."
What do you think the biggest deciding factor was, that she did not want to be that age and have twins, or your
No.
twins?
Yeah, it's Spanish.
Eh,
She didn't want to be
sure.
associated with you. For the rest of her
Either
life.
way, I'm good with it because she was
How's she now? Like,
she's a lesbian now.
oh.
Yeah.
Turned it.
Yeah.
She's like, that's never going to happen again.
Yeah. She had a couple more boyfriends after me, and then she moved back home and is with a woman now.
How happy you think the dad is now?
Super stoked.
Wow.
Yeah. He's like, I don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
Should have kept those two grandkids though when I had the
I was going to
chance.
say, now he's like, I want grandkids,
Yeah.
and she's never going to have them.
Yeah.
What if they broke her womb? And that's
Ooh.
why she can't have kids, and she was like, I might as well be a lesbian.
Maybe because she did have like a lot of complications afterwards.
Is that the choice?
Yeah. That's how it goes. Well, if I can't have kids, might as well start liking ladies.
Yeah.
I never the only girl I got pregnant were the 2 times I had a child. Thank God.
Yeah. It's fun.
No,
for sure.
no pregnancies and no STDs whatsoever.
Yeah.
In my entire, I didn't even have like a light one, where
A
it
light
burned.
one?
Remember, you get it when you burn when you pee and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
None of that.
Yeah.
Same.
Thank God
Chlamydia light.
for a guy who did not use condoms
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I
because
grew
they
up.
were like on the tail. They were just
Yeah.
starting with the condoms when I was a kid.
I think because I grew up in like Catholic school, we got shown all the STD stuff really early, and they made sure to show us the photos of all of the worst.
This is gonorrhea.
Dude, like herpes, and I was like, okay, so I'm using condoms forever.
My thing, I was just making sweet love to Daniel Mazzola, so both of us were new to the game.
Yeah.
So I didn't really have to worry about anything. It wasn't like I was out just conquering all of Staten Island. Yeah. So she was as clean as the day, as fresh.
Yeah.
Pustules.
Yeah, no,
pustules.
oh, dude, such graphic photos. But yeah, so I've growing up in that era, it's impossible not to use condoms.
So how old? The kids would be, what, 18
17.
now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
You'd have kids that are my age, my kids' age.
Yeah.
rather.
Yeah,
My kids would be beating up your kids.
yeah, maybe.
Do you think your kids would be best friends with Mike's kids?
No.
No, I don't think I'd be working here if I had kids.
No,
yeah.
Would it have been, we don't know, a boy and a girl, 2 boys,
Yeah,
2
we don't know.
girls? Yeah. I mean,
I
it's
don't know.
too early to tell.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You, I don't know. You regret that at all?
No, I don't know. It kind of goes between yes and no. Some days I'm like, that was the best choice that she ever made. I can't believe I ever tried to talk her into having him. And then some days I'm like, I'm definitely going to hell.
You wish people would call you daddy?
Yeah, oh.
Wouldn't it be great
So
if you
weird
had
when it's-
2 17-year-old kids and she left you years ago because she was a lesbian and you're stuck by yourself with 2 17-year-old
Yeah.
kids?
I love kids though. Like I don't think I'd be.
Yeah, but you know how hard that would have been to
Yeah,
raise
definitely.
2 kids
At your age.
at that age.
by myself.
Yeah.
Think of all the cool stuff you did in your 20s. and that none of that would have happened.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Probably wouldn't be here. You'd
No,
probably be
definitely.
working some other job. Who knows
sales
what.
job somewhere. Yeah.
I'm glad I don't have any grandchildren yet.
Yeah.
That's definitely was not on my
Yeah.
plan at all.
Yeah. It's definitely wild.
I'm sure my son's still a virgin, so that helps.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Just shut your mouth. Carmen, tell us about your abortions.
Whoa.
None.
Save it
Glad-
for under. No, I'm just
Listen,
kidding.
happy to say 33, never had a scare, never had to have an abortion.
Now
You do butt stuff.
That's not to say Carmen's never had a kid. She just lets him go in the wild. She's had like 4 of them. She just takes them to the woods.
She sticks him in the cage where her dad kept the girls.
No, not my dad.
I was doing something yesterday, and like things pop into my head. This morning, I woke up singing Tonic. I hate Tonic, and I was like, "Who do we call David?" Somebody's David that we call David. I realized that was your dad.
Yeah.
That's his Mexican name.
Did he used to sing Tonic to the girls down the basement?
I don't know.
If you could
Get out of the cage. All right, Galvin, what do we have in news?
President Biden, believe it or not, President Biden, he's still the president.
Yeah.
What? Yeah. He didn't completely quit.
Alive and kicking.
Yeah. He just stopped running for re-election, but he's still our president. President Biden on Monday unveiled a trio of proposals to reform the Supreme Court, calling on Congress to pass legislation setting term limits for justices and establishing binding enforceable ethics rules for the nation's highest court. Biden's proposed reforms come after the Supreme Court, which has a 6-3 conservative majority, issued a series of landmark decisions in recent years that have upended longstanding rules on abortion, affirmative action, and higher education, and federal regulatory power. Those decisions, as well as scrutiny over ethics practices at the High Court, have made it a target of Democrats and liberal advocacy groups who have argued the Supreme Court has undermined public confidence in itself.
Well, if they're going to do term limits, they should do it for everybody.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yes.
This is one of those bills where I'm sure we're going to find out after they've signed it. There's a bunch of other stuff that gives power to Congress and the Senate somehow.
And we'll give a few more billion to Ukraine.
Yeah.
Trump appointed those judges, so this is their way to try and squeeze them out and give Trump the middle finger.
For sure.
Yeah, like if they would have said it was term limits for Senate and Congress.
Everybody. If you're going to do it for one, you got to do it for other
I
people.
think you totally should have term limits for all those people.
For sure.
Right.
Especially 4 years,
Supreme Court.
that's it. Yeah.
Which is really what America's been calling for. Everybody's been screaming for it for years, and yet everybody ignores that, but then says, but the Supreme Court justice that Trump appointed.
Yeah, talking about undermining the public. That's,
they don't want to put forth bills that make them lose their jobs.
Yeah.
You know?
My favorite,
who's signing that?
Exactly.
Yeah.
My favorite is when they vote to give themselves raises.
Yeah.
Every year.
I mean, look,
year.
I don't disagree with that. Because I'm not that I don't disagree that they deserve the raise, but if I'm going to vote to get a raise or not get a raise, I'm giving myself a raise.
I mean, yeah, but you're all like you.
But why are they getting to vote? Like, we don't get to vote on our raises.
Yeah, we're paying them, and we're not voting on giving them more of our money when they're doing backdoor deals with stocks and all this kind of stuff with companies. But so that
I love whenever something's going on and they bring in like the CEO of a company and they're like, and how many people did you have to lay off? We laid off 18% of our workforce, and this and this and okay, and then how much money did you make this year? I made $380 million, and how much was that in bonuses? $85 million in bonuses.
Yeah.
And stuff. Why are you getting bonuses? Because we voted on it and I get a bonus.
Yeah. Sweet.
Listen, if you get in that position, take advantage of it.
Yeah.
American business.
That's the way to go. A tropical disturbance is being tracked in the Atlantic Ocean for the first time since Hurricane Burl's assault on Texas 3 weeks ago. According to the National Hurricane Center, an area of disturbed weather over the central tropical Atlantic is expected to interact with an approaching tropical wave during the next day or two. Two large areas of high pressure over the southern plains and the other anchored in the Atlantic near Bermuda could decide whether the system curls up the eastern seaboard, heads for Florida, or stays south and tracks into the Gulf of Mexico. The odds of development have been so slowly increasing since the weekend and currently stands about 50-50 chance over the next 7 days.
I don't like the way Dennis Phillips is looking.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he's not.
Is his brow furrowed or what?
He just seems like I'm going to watch this one. Like he seems concerned. Yeah. And that's when you. That's when
panic
you.
buy yet, or what do I do?
Not panic. No panic. He is not panicking. He's like, we're watching. It could be something, could be nothing. But he seems a little too concerned with this one.
What are we buying, though? Are we buying toilet paper, or is it something else that we're supposed to buy?
Toilet paper for sure.
Always toilet paper?
300 rolls.
Okay.
That's the starting point.
100 rolls.
I mean, it's the one thing you don't want to run out of.
Yeah.
Water.
I know water is, I'm talking about non-food items. It's the one thing you don't want to run. I mean, like I could live without a lot of things. Toilet paper's going to be very hard to replace.
Paper towels too, for some reason.
Paper towels I could live without.
Remember when that hurricane wiped Puerto Rico off the map? Trump was down there giving away paper towels.
Like it was some sort of
And he was like throwing them.
rally. Yeah.
That was great.
My home's been destroyed, and I can't feed my family, but let me catch this paper towel from Trump.
Trump hit me in the face with a roll of paper towels, so I'm good.
He was literally like, just like taking shots.
There you go, lady.
He was very happy to throw those out.
God.
But what is the one thing besides? I mean, think about it. You can't really replace toilet paper because even if you use cloth, you can't wash them.
I feel like there's other means.
How?
Socks.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can't wash them.
But even like if you have paper towels or napkins, those are never as good. You know,
I don't mind using a paper towel. It's just they don't flush very well.
Yeah.
Well, don't flush them.
Well, like last night, I was telling them off the air the thunder scared my dog, and my dog went upstairs and pooped because it was scared. And and she never poops in the house, but thankfully she did it on the hardwood floor. So I cleaned it up with a paper towel, and then I had no choice. I didn't want to throw it in the upstairs garbage, so I flushed it. And the paper towel was like,
walk downstairs, put it in the trash. What's wrong with
I don't want to walk around the house carrying a handful of poop.
It's still
Must be
warm.
nice.
You know what you can do? Not that if it happened more often.
nice.
If it happened more often, it would make sense for you to do it. But you can get the dog poop bags, whatever, and just pick them up and throw it in the
She
trash.
never. I think she was so scared of the thunder last night and made her go upstairs, which she never goes upstairs, and did it like in the dark. I think it literally scared the poop out of her.
So Vader will be 16 in October.
Ooh.
He's very old. He can't hear anymore. Like I literally can
I used
stand
to
right
make
next to him and
jokes.
go, Vader, 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 and he just nothing.
I used to make jokes. People would be like, "My dog's 16." I go, "Oh, she's probably gonna die soon."
Don't say that.
No, but I know. But now I have dogs, so I realize how offensive that is.
But Ghost, who will be 10 actually next month, is scared of the thunder.
Yeah.
And so they're both laying there the other day, and I'm watching TV, and the thunder, and Ghost just goes, nope, and just gets up and runs into the other room. Like, I cannot stay in this room any longer.
I wonder if
thunder
they
in here.
feel something besides just the noise.
Well, they definitely have the sense of the storm coming and any kind of danger and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of times when there's tsunamis or hurricanes or something like
know.
that, animals
Tide.
will,
You gotta watch the dog, man. And once the dog starts walking around in circles and pooping in the house, time to buy more toilet paper.
The FDA says it's received reports of people overdosing on compounded semaglutide, giving themselves as much as 20 times more than the intended dose of the medication, which is Ozempic or Mounjaro or that type of stuff. Yes?
Semaglutide.
Is that how it's pronounced?
But semaglutide makes so much more
But
sense.
that's how I've heard it all the time.
Yeah.
But I
Same.
watched a commercial the other day, and they were like, semaglutide. I'm like, semaglutide? It's semaglutide. It's semaglutide.
One commercial?
No.
I feel like I've heard
Prove it.
glutide.
Listen, I get it, and I'm with you. It seems like the logical way to pronounce it, but I was watching the TV the other day, and they semaglutide. Because
I think you're thinking of Megalodon.
one of my wife's best friends worked for a pharmaceutical company, and she was the first one to say semaglutide, and I'm like, she doesn't even know how to say it, and she works for a pharmaceutical company. Then I realized maybe she's right, and I'm wrong. Semaglutide.
I'm gonna go to the Google box and listen.
I don't know
I'm
if I'm
sorry
listening
that
to
I
Google.
can't play this over there.
Semaglutide. This is Jurassic Park.
Does everything have to have a commercial before it?
Yes.
I mean, it's ridiculous.
What are you watching? What are you putting on to see?
Semaglutide.
Semaglutide.
Semaglutide, according to this.
What is it?
The Google pronunciation.
Yeah, but it's going to pronounce it phonetically.
I mean,
Yeah, but that's not a reliable source.
All right. Well,
Semaglutide.
then, is there a commercial?
That's what the thing.
doctor.
This commercial.
We need a doctor.
The commercial says
I'm not.
no, because Dr. D says semaglutide, but it's semaglutide.
Semaglutide.
So Dr. D's wrong?
Yes.
I have it pulled up on how to pronounce,
Okay.
and this is YouTube, okay?
Yeah, but is it about the drug, or is it just a phonetic pronunciation of a word that you put in there?
It just says this is from YouTube. How to pronounce semaglutide? I can't even say
You should
it.
watch it upon.
Yeah.
Yep. It says how to pronounce it correctly.
Okay.
That's the
Okay.
label.
Semaglutide.
Yeah.
Well, what?
Semaglutide.
Semaglutide.
Who's that guy?
I don't know. This is the YouTube
He's an
thing.
expert.
Scary.
Yeah, but what is it? Is it a pronunciation thing, or do they actually have a video on how to pronounce it?
Here, I'm listening to this one. Now, this one is from an actual thing. Let me
From
see.
a pharmaceutical company.
We've got multiple sources. And you're still pushing back on this.
Listen, your sources are not reliable.
Semaglutide.
You're not reliable.
Semaglutide.
I stand by my weight loss drug.
Yeah. Semaglutide.
Not
Semaglutide.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you that Gal Gadot and Ariana Grande did not take it. So.
This guy's 2 for 2 on pronunciations.
Semaglutide.
Anyways,
I'm gonna hold out on this one though.
so I'm going to stick with semaglutide. Is giving themselves
Throwing off the whole show.
as
We don't know
much
what you're talking about.
as 20 times more. No, I don't know what he's talking about. It's the Meglaton over there.
It's a semaglutide.
The incidents, some of which required hospitalization, involved semaglutide that is drawn from a vial and taken by injection, according to the FDA. The agency said the dosing errors are a result of both patients measuring and self-administering incorrect doses of the medication. So they have the vial of it,
Right.
and they're doing it instead of the thing that actually has it.
Well, the thing that has it in there, you can still turn up the dosage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So when I took it, they'll say like it was 0.5 or whatever, and I took it and it did nothing. So we turned it up. It's just a little notch that you turn up before you do it. Then I went up higher, and it knocked me out for 2 days. Like it was like I got COVID. I couldn't get out of bed after the show. I went right to sleep. It just completely knocked me out. I don't know. That's a weird thing to do. I've seen more people now that look gross after they've taken it. You lost weight, but you didn't. Your head's sunken in, and it's kind of gross.
Ozempic face is becoming a
Ozempic
thing.
face is bad. Yeah.
Yeah. They probably think more if they up the dosage, they'll lose more weight.
Now, what happens if you overdose on it?
I don't know that you can overdose on it, but
it's going to mess up your system for sure. You know what I mean? Like that's not good for you. Anything that you're too much of or whatever. But yeah, I don't know what the
it does definitely curb your appetite. I know that when I was taking it, I did not really feel like eating. I was not very hungry, and then when you do eat, or you eat something of substance, you start feeling nauseous right afterwards, and you're like, and then you just get turned off to eating. It's effective. I've seen a lot of people lose weight, and it's good for. It's not only good for the weight loss, but it's good for cholesterol and for other things, and certainly to lower your A1C. But
are you still on it?
No, I haven't taken it in a while. It makes me too sleepy, Carmen. Like if I thought about trying to take it this week, and I thought if it's not worth those 2 days, that it totally takes away from me.
It says if you overdose, it includes severe nausea, vomiting, and hypoglycemia.
Yes. So it could kill you.
Yeah.
From all the vomiting, dehydration.
Yeah, but I mean, how much did you really have to do that? I mean, it only lasts for a week.
Yeah, I don't know.
No.
I know it definitely messes with your gut-brain connection because of what it does to the flora and your biome in your gut. So,
not the flora.
No, you don't want you need that flora.
I don't think you're pronouncing that right.
I'm telling you.
I'm just kidding.
Semaglutide.
Semaglutide.
I want to play this one for you.
Oh boy,
just so you can hear it.
Got?
Hold on, because you gotta have commercials.
Yeah.
Gotta have commercials in front of this, and everything else.
Megalodon.
I feel like this poor lady on Fox 13 has been pregnant for 2 years.
Yeah.
I mean, she looks adorable. Don't get me wrong.
Take a listen real quick.
Semaglutide. What is it, and how does it work?
There you go.
Why are medics expecting?
No, semaglutide. That's what she said.
No, she said semaglutide. She said it like a third pronunciation.
Megalodon.
Semaglutide.
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 Yeah, that's what she said. Not semaglutide. She said semaglutide.
Semaglutide.
No.
I know that you're trying to make it.
Yeah.
Semaglutide.
It's a semaglutide.
No. Yeah.
Hold on. Let me ask the expert.
Semaglutide.
Semaglutide.
Megalodon.
Semaglutide.
Semaglutide.
Who is
What's
your
that?
expert?
My wife.
Oh.
She's not a doctor.
Amanda,
What?
you're live on the air. Don't be so aggressive right out of the gate.
8 sources.
Oh my God.
You're like, what? How do you pronounce the weight loss?
Stuff that's in Ozempic.
Yeah. Well, how do you with the S word?
Semaglutide.
Nope.
No, wrong.
Yeah.
They're saying you're wrong. I agree with you.
Multiple sources say you're wrong.
I
Semaglutide.
thought it was semaglutide, but
Right.
then in the commercial it says semaglutide.
One commercial so far. You guys found the one commercial where it
multiple
says
commercials.
Can you play them?
Yes.
Because I played multiple things that said semaglutide. So
Yeah.
Hey,
But
can
I
you-
feel like
I have receipts.
somebody edited the commercial and they were like, if that's a pretty blatant.
semaglutide, but Chrissy said semaglutide too, and she
And then
works
I
for
made fun of her.
but
Oh, I
she
didn't
works
know.
for a pharmaceutical
I didn't know
company.
Chrissy said it.
Oh,
But she
yeah.
works for a pharmaceutical company.
It's true, but Chrissy says everything wrong.
Oh, well,
Hey!
can you bring me some knives in here so I can stab these people?
Can we make a list? Orange socks, semaglutide.
You had orange socks. You're the only one who said red.
No,
you
Gio
got
said
outvoted.
red. Gio said red.
All right,
By the way, who outvoted me? Who outvoted me?
Ian.
Glasses.
Ian came in here and said red.
Glasses.
He took his glasses off,
Glasses.
too.
Who else? Who else said orange?
Spanish.
Glasses. Who else?
Joe.
Glasses.
Me.
Glasses.
I don't have glasses.
You need glasses.
I do not. I know when I see red and orange.
How many fingers am I holding up?
7.
Yeah, exactly.
Save it for under oath.
Literally nicknamed Eagle Eyes. Me and Love Tiger are both
You
nicknamed.
right.
nicknamed yourself.
Still a nickname. Listen, cowhead.
I'm
still a
sexy man
nickname.
now. Please
It's
call me sexy man.
Still a nickname. My doctor called me Eagle Eyes.
My nickname is semaglutide.
Yeah.
Semaglutide.
Ah, you said it right the
I
first
like the
time.
other one better.
Semaglutide.
I like the mispronunciation better.
No, semaglutide.
I'm fine with that.
I'm not going to Google things anymore. I'm just going to Chrissy them and see what comes up.
It's actually pronounced goggle.
Yeah.
Goggle.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a different thing. Team USA.
USA. USA. USA.
Team USA added 8 more medals at the Olympics yesterday, but no golds this time. We didn't get any golds yesterday. We ended the by the way, I'm on the team. We ended the day still leading in the overall medal count with 20, but in 6th place in the gold medal count with 3 total.
Oh, come on.
But overall, we have the most medals.
Yeah, but you're just the first loser if you're not gold.
Most medals, though.
Yeah.
Most medals is pretty good.
Yeah, you're doing it as a country.
So I started thinking about this. How much do you get for getting different medals, gold, silver, bronze, for different countries?
So I saw that.
this.
I saw this. Yeah, this is not. This is way less than I expected.
Yeah, I don't think they get much at all.
Depends on what country.
And who gets
Right.
it? Did the athlete just get
Yeah,
it? But what
the
about the
athlete.
trainers and all that stuff? Did they all get a
They
piece?
probably like split it or something.
Yeah,
I would
I don't know how that works.
I always heard sponsorships is where they make all their money.
Sure, but
Yeah.
I mean, you're walking away with some money from the Olympics. Are you getting that for yourself, or do you have to share that with your?
Well, that's like with
'Cause
fighters.
you don't have an agent.
Fighters pay their team, their trainers and stuff,
Right.
and do all that stuff.
But if
out of
you're
the
only
purse if they
making
win.
so much,
Yeah. So I'll just go through some of the different ones. In Australia, if you get a gold medal, how much do you think you get?
I don't know. I don't know in
Just take a
Australia.
guess.
I know. 15 grand.
15 grand? Any other guesses?
$3,000.
5.
25.
Carmen?
40.
20,000.
Oh, wow.
20,000 for gold, 15
This is
for
Australia.
silver. Yeah, 15 for silver, 10,000 for bronze. What about Canada? Our neighbors up north. What do you
More.
get?
I bet that would be more. It's 25,000.
You would be wrong. Less.
Wow.
16,000 for gold, 12,000 for silver, 8,000 for bronze.
That's nothing.
What about Finland? What do you think Finland gets?
They actually owe us money. Finland gets less than Canada. 12 grand.
Wrong. 60 grand.
Whoa.
But is
60
this
grand.
in their money or our money?
This is in U.S. dollars.
Okay.
It shows it, but it
Equivalent.
shows it converted, to
I got you.
U.S.
Okay.
dollars, whatever. Yeah, 60 grand for gold, 35 for silver, 23 for bronze.
I
What
still
about
feel like if you're the greatest athlete in the world and you receive a medal saying it, you should be getting more money than 60 grand.
You would think, yeah. What about we go over to Hong Kong? Hong Kong, how much are they making if they get a gold?
Hong Kong.
$1,200.
Now I don't know
High-market
whether
economy.
I don't know if this correlates to the chances of you getting a gold, because maybe America they're like, hey, we get a lot of golds.
Yeah, that's true.
We got to keep it low.
Not a big deal.
50
This
grand
place,
for
whatever.
Hong Kong.
50 grand for Hong Kong.
10 grand.
10 grand.
60.
60.
70.
70.
12.
You guys are all a little bit low. In Hong Kong, if you get a gold medal, you get $769,000.
Whoa.
Okay.
Yeah, $384,000 for a silver and $192,000 for a bronze.
Maybe they don't get a lot of medals though, like you said.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Is I wonder about that. So
Now-
that looks like one of the highest one. Kazakhstan is $250,000 for a gold.
Oh, boring.
Now I'm wondering what about
Very
teams?
nice.
What about team sports? Like the volleyball team?
Do they split it?
Yeah, do they split it or do
There's
they
an
each
individual.
get that?
Well, each one gets a gold medal. So if you get a gold medal, I think you're getting
Sure.
paid. I don't know. Singapore, $737,000 for a gold medal.
Pretty good.
Yeah,
Well, what
not
are we
too sure.
giving?
What do you think? What do you
Well,
think for
I don't
gold
think we're
medal
all-
in the old USA?
30 grand.
30 grand.
That's what I figure, like 35 grand.
Yeah.
35?
10 grand.
10 grand.
15.
15. Carmen,
I saw this.
you know for sure. All right. U.S. gold medal, $37,500.
I was close.
Yeah. Silver, 22,500, and for bronze is 15,000.
Like that's low because this is 4 years of your life.
Think
that
about
you're
Michael
training.
Phelps if he was from Singapore.
Oh man.
Nope, they mock Jesus. I'm not giving him anything.
Yeah.
Wait.
The Olympics.
I think Michael Phelps is going to be all right though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, even if it was 15 grand for a gold medal, whenever he got him, he's like, I have $8 million just from gold medals.
Michael Phelps doesn't have to do anything anymore.
No.
He swam in the Olympics, won a bunch of medals, and now he's like, no, I just hang out.
But you know what? He has enough money from not only the Olympics, but his endorsements and stuff. But then also, anytime he wants, I'm a motivational speaker. You want to be a winner.
Yeah.
You want
an autograph
You want to
signing?
win everything.
Yeah.
I win.
Go to a Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Whatever he wants.
Hey, did you guys want to learn how to win? Because I win.
Do we want to listen to this commercial?
Sure.
For Ozempic?
Sure.
I don't know what it says. I'm just going to play it.
Yeah.
See, they didn't know how to say it. That's why they didn't say it.
Left it out.
Don't forget, if you're allergic to Skyriz, you don't take Skyriz.
Yeah. I would put in semaglutide commercial.
I did.
And say, oh, that's. Yeah.
How do they not have Andrew Dice Clay? Oh! It's unbelievable. Like, he should be the spokesperson.
All right.
Well,
no, we'll never know.
That's it.
well, speaking of the Olympics and getting gold medals and all that kind of stuff, Mike, you don't have to hear it, but Krispy Kreme has $1 donuts going on tomorrow in honor of the Olympics.
Yeah, if you like
yeah.
cook donuts in another store and just send out.
Yeah.
Not fresh with the light on.
You're not going to eat them?
I can't. Listen, fatty can't eat donuts.
Well, I mean, but I'm saying.
Yeah, I'd eat them if they fell out of your butt.
Yeah, you'd eat them if they were literally under a truck.
I think there's the store down in Kennedy. I think that's the one that makes them fresh.
The one on
North Florida.
Yeah, North Florida.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah. Lights on.
Damn it.
News is on. There used to be a WFLA billboard that had a big light on it. And it said, when the light's on, the news is on. They did news the top and bottom of every hour. And I used to be so bored down the hall at FLZ that I'd prank the FLA and I'd call up and I'd go, the light's on, but there's no news on. And they would get so frustrated. Like, I don't want to tell you, it's probably the billboard. It doesn't mean it's false advertising.
Yeah.
You know, they would get so mad.
I have a hot or not for you guys.
Good. It's been a while.
It is local. It's in Florida. It doesn't say what town in Florida, but cops in Florida pulled over a car on Saturday when they saw the driver was not wearing a seatbelt. During the traffic stop. Yeah. Well, that's a get in type thing where we stop you for that, but then let's see what else you got going on. During the traffic stop, they noticed that the passenger was moving things around suspiciously.
Ooh,
The 41-year-old woman named Lauren Riley. The cops spotted drug paraphernalia, so they launched a full search of the vehicle. Inside Lauren's purse, they found a bag labeled, quote, bag of drugs.
Wait, what?
It was not false
It's like
advertisement.
having a sex tape and marking it sex tape.
Yeah. It contained crack cocaine, powdered cocaine, crystal meth, Xanax pills, and other drugs.
That was a whole bag of drugs?
That was, bag of drugs. There were also needles, straws, a metal spoon, 4 glass pipes. Lauren was arrested on a variety of felony charges and a misdemeanor paraphernalia count. She's in jail, and her bag of drugs is being held in the police evidence locker. So she is from Florida. She's 41 years old. Her name is Lauren Riley, and she has inside of her purse a bag that is says bag of drugs on it, and she wasn't lying. Mike Calta, hot or not?
Irish, bag O drugs.
Yeah.
Lauren Riley. Not hot.
Not hot.
Not hot.
All right. Gio, what do you think?
Yeah, bag of drugs. No, not hot.
Keep in mind, sometimes stupid equals hot. So, but I still say not hot. Yeah.
Spanish?
Bag of drugs is hot.
Yeah?
Yeah.
She's like, oh, that's cute. I can put all my drugs in. Yeah.
Don't look in there.
Carmen, what do you think?
40 in Florida doing drugs. She looks 60. Not hot.
Carmen, you just described you in a couple of years.
I don't do drugs
All right.
anymore.
Spanish is on an island.
Yeah.
He says she's hot. Everybody else says not hot. Pap show bag of drugs.
Ugh.
Oh, no.
Creature.
Yeah.
She's a creature.
Not
Told
hot.
you.
Wow. Not
There
hot.
you go, Carmen. That's what you have to look forward to.
That's 40?
That's
41.
41 years old there. Oof. By the way, she's doing the trampoline too.
Yeah.
She's leaning forward a little bit.
She looks like she just crawled out of a cave.
Yeah,
she's wet looking.
She's a little
Damp. She's damp.
Like, why are you so damp?
Stalagmites were dripping on her. Yeah.
You think she looks damp?
Yeah. That was weird. Today, happy International. You ready for this, Vanish?
I'm so excited.
Day of Friendship.
Yeah.
Friendship for everyone.
Gross.
Yeah, happy International Day of Friendship.
That's right.
So let's go around the room. Galvin, who's your best friend?
Outside of my family, I'd go Kevin.
Spanish?
Probably Joe.
I was going to say Joe,
Joe's
right?
my best friend. Yeah.
Joe?
Same.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish you would have picked somebody else.
Gio?
Oh, Roughshot Todd.
Oh, really?
He's my cousin. My buddy Joey's probably my best friend.
Carmen? No friends.
No friends. Either Ashley or Leanne.
Yeah, I mean, would you pick Chad?
Yes.
I
figured we weren't allowed to pick our significant other.
I mean, I would say the reality of it is Amanda is probably my best friend. I don't mean that. I mean, but outside of that, it would obviously be Pete.
Yeah.
And Bobby.
But yeah, I mean, your significant other. What?
You're breaking out.
The ties. Well, one's local, one's international. Bobby's international. If we traveled to Germany with Bobby and Pete, Bobby would be my best friend. We're international.
Gio is your international best friend.
Yeah.
I traveled to Germany.
We're acquaintances.
We did best friend things.
We did. We rented a car and drove on the Autobahn and went to a castle together.
Yeah. It was like a 4-hour drive, too.
I'll be honest with you, if you would have proposed, I might have said yes in the castle.
So today is happy International Day of Friendship. Today is also National Cheesecake Day.
Yes.
What better way to share a friendship than with some cheesecake?
What was the one restaurant that we were talking about that had the key lime pie cheesecake? Key lime cheesecake.
Oh, damn.
Something.
Cheesecake Factory?
No, was it?
I know they do
I
that.
thought it was a local place.
It was something, something that we were just looking at recently that they were coming by or whatever. But yeah,
listen, I've never had a bad cheesecake except on the cruise.
Yeah?
Anywhere else that you go to where they have cheesecake, at the end of the day, you're still like, it was all right. It was still good cheesecake.
We went to Ivoroni's the other night for dinner, a little celebration, and we're like, the waiter comes and he goes, all right, most important question of the night, who's doing dessert? And we're like, Bananas Foster, let's go.
What was the celebration?
We're out. We're out. Bananas Foster. And we're like,
how dare you?
I mean, you can go to the store and get some bananas. Like, what are we doing here?
Light them on fire.
No dessert. No dessert.
What were we celebrating?
It was my mother-in-law's birthday, and my brother-in-law's birthday was just the week before.
Gotcha.
So we went out and celebrated.
Yeah, we still do family birthdays, man.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they get mad at me when they're like, what are we going to do for your birthday? I go, nothing. I'm 53 years old. What are you going to do for me? And my mother would want to come over. We got to have to pick a day, and everybody comes over and gives me
You gotta do
cards.
something.
Yeah, but I'm like,
It's nice.
Oh, it's very nice of them, but I'm like, I don't know. It makes me feel awkward.
Yeah, birthday parties are usually for other people, unless somebody is like really wanting to have a birthday party.
Right.
The majority of the time, it's for the other people to be able to celebrate you.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't really like to celebrate my birthday either, but my in-laws are all big party. Oh, we got to do something.
Yeah,
today.
it's the in-laws that always do.
But
it.
also, like, big birthday. Like, my brother-in-law is going to be 50 this year. So
That's a big one.
Well, next year, I guess.
You got to do one for the milestones.
I got to tell you, my wife's birthday that we did for her was a blast. But it was
party.
so funny. Yeah, great party, but also hired a DJ. Nobody danced. Nobody danced.
No.
She thought for sure it was going to be like this big dance party. That was like her number one thing. Nobody danced.
You know whose fault that is? Coco.
Probably.
Coco doesn't start the show. Nobody's going to follow suit.
Coco's not out there dancing. Who wants to dance? Pauly Shore.
One of my favorite things you ever said to me was, are you going to, where were you? Riveters. And I said, I don't know if I can. And you go, I don't know if it's going to make a difference now, but Coco's going. Coco is one of Galvin's wife's friends who just makes me laugh.
Yeah, which, by the way, did not show up. Did not
Oh,
show
really?
Up. Yeah.
Coco's greatest story about Coco is her closet is so full she can't walk in. And she has to take a running start and jump through
She
the
has
closet.
to dive into it.
That's
And I go,
hilarious.
she just goes into a different portal.
Awesome.
Like, I feel like if she wasn't there at Riveters, but I say Coco 3 times, she would appear.
Yeah.
100%. For sure.
Yeah. Pauly Shore says he's still trying to make the Richard Simmons biopic happen, but there's a holdup with financing.
I bet.
That holdup is, we're not giving you money for this.
Yeah.
Leave it
nobody,
alone.
Nobody wants to see it except Pauly. Pauly did have he shot a small scene from a movie where he adopted a black baby from Africa. Do you remember that? He showed it to us while he was in the studio. He was in Africa on some sort of tour, and he adopted a black child and like an African baby, but it was already grown a little bit, and it was him bringing the baby back here, which is before Borat did that in the Borat movie. Yeah. Paulie had the little video of doing it, and I thought that would have been a funny movie because Paulie trying to be a father to this little African baby was pretty funny.
And
I like Paulie.
Richard Simmons didn't want it.
Yeah.
When he was alive.
Like, but Richard Simmons was very private.
Paulie Shore's also old. Like, he's old, too old to play the part.
Yeah, but Hollywood can make you look young. He's still younger than Richard Simmons.
He did a movie, Paulie Shore is Dead. Very funny movie.
Yeah, and we still all love Son-in-Law.
Yeah.
You know? I love Paulie stand up and that whole MTV era was some fun times. Yeah. That was when things were that was when hair bands were great and Paulie was great and it was all about getting laid and drinking, and then all of a sudden Stain came in and ruined it for everybody. My mother and my father. Squizzippet, you big complainer.
Rolling Stone magazine called the Hawktua girl a quote Gen Z Dolly Parton, and people are losing their minds.
Yeah, what?
Not
she done?
Yeah, plus she doesn't have the big cans.
And she has no talent. Yeah. You know, Dolly Parton's very talented. Yeah, so people are losing their mind about that. Do not call her Gen Z Dolly Parton. In 2000, this is pretty crazy. Have you noticed how, like, there's really...
Wait, can I just back it up for a second? I saw this black girl did a video yesterday, and she's like, Hawktua. She's like, I never hawked. I chewed. He goes, I'll take that thing and two on it. And he goes, but I never hawked a loogie up. that makes more sense.
I'm just telling you, to this day, the saddest thing I ever saw was the other girl that tried to do Hawktua, and she was like, you got to walk on that thing or whatever it was. Yeah. It was like, oh, stop it, you weirdo.
Also, you spit on my thing, we're going to have a problem. It doesn't come like natural. Yeah. Don't try to make one. Like if my wife was like, I'm going to be cool tonight, I'm going to Hawktua it. I'd be like, what are we doing? You just spit on me?
You know, a lot of music now is not bands. It's solo artists. It's, you know, just a lot of just one person, whatever. It used to be a lot of bands. That kind of gone away. In 2000, 29 bands made the year-end Billboard Hot 100 chart. In
not even 100.
2001, 32 did. In 2022, there were just 3. And last year, 2.
Wow.
Yeah, 2 bands.
Who were the bands, does it say?
One of them was Wham.
Wham?
Yeah. One of them was Wham.
From last year?
Yeah, they had something that they put out. I think it was when George Michael died or whatever that movie came out or something. It came back into
I got to tell you, I can't stop listening to Like a Prayer from Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That and the whole NSYNC stuff in there was great.
Can I tell you that they really do a good job? A lot of the people that do that for movies of remixing those songs, or even for like the video game, for the commercial for the video game
to match up,
where they took like White Stripes and they like remix it and like put different stuff underneath it, and then the song comes slowly fading in and stuff. Like they do a good job with that stuff for sure. Yeah. I thought that was it was great in Wolverine, Deadpool Wolverine. Whenever you first start hearing that, you're like, oh, this is good. Yeah, that's awesome. Jimmy Kimmel and John Mulaney have both passed on the job of hosting the next Oscars, which is happening on March 2nd. A 4-time MC was Jimmy Kimmel. He's done it 4 times. He is the tied for 4th most hosting duties with who? Who else hosted 4 times?
David Letterman.
Think about the top ones. Who do you think the top
Billy
ones?
Crystal.
Billy Crystal actually hosted.
That's the Academy Awards, though, isn't it?
No, Oscars 9 times. Yeah.
Oh, Oscars. I'm sorry. I thought you were saying Emmys. Oscars. Okay.
I remember Billy Crystal was like every year.
It was Billy Crystal.
Billy Crystal did it the second most, 9 times. Who else did it? A lot. There are 2 other people that hosted 4 times. One hosted 5. Billy hosted 9, and then somebody else hosted 19 times.
Jesus. 19.
Oh, there's somebody here I'm not thinking of.
Who you got?
I don't
know.
Yeah. Whoopi Goldberg.
She did.
And Jack Lemmon. Did we just die?
Yes. Carmen, can you hear us? Carmen? Oh, no.
Oh, man.
Oh, is she freaking out?
Can someone talk?
Yeah. Sorry.
You hear us?
It
I've
dropped
seen
off for a
Galvin's
second.
mouth move, but I cannot hear you.
We dropped off. We can hear just like the slightest.
1 second.
Oh,
I'm going to
no.
text the guys. I don't know what happened. It looks like their connection was lost.
Check. Hello, Carmen. 1, 2.
Because they're probably going to have to
How's that? Can you hear us now?
Oh, my God.
I know.
Yeah.
You did good, Carmen. You did good. We just dropped out for a second.
Oh,
Carmen?
now we're gone again.
Oh, no.
I'll tell her we're going to reconnect.
Oh, boy.
So,
How's that?
okay, you came back.
Okay,
And I could hear you guys, but you guys couldn't hear me.
Okay.
Oh, my gosh. Don't do that, please.
Look, Carmen, everybody. That's hard to do by yourself.
Joe, are you stepping on the wires over there?
That's my fault. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, we hear like a hissing a little bit in the background, and then all of a sudden it just went away, and we were like, oh boy.
Yeah. So we were talking about the hosting of the Oscars. Jimmy Kimmel and John Mulaney both turned it down, but Jimmy Kimmel has hosted 4 times.
So did you say Whoopi is the one who did it 19?
No, Whoopi Goldberg did 4 times. Jack Lemmon did it 4 times.
Okay.
And then you have, we already guessed Billy Crystal 9 times. So there's 2 other people. One did it 5 times, and the other one did it 19 times.
Is Bob Hope on the list?
Bob Hope, 19 times.
Wow.
19 times. And the other person that hosted it 5 times, Johnny Carson.
Yeah.
Johnny
That's what I
Carson
thought.
did it 5 times.
Interesting.
Nobody wants to host anymore. You don't want to be canceled.
I'll do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Just like I will do the national anthem at the drop of a hat. If I was at a hockey game at the Lightning game and they're like, Mike, Sonia forgot her blue lipstick and she had to leave. We need somebody to go out there. I will go out there. Just give me the words because I'll get a little confused. That's all I need, and I'll go out there on so if the Academy Awards called and said, "Look, we're looking to try and do something new," would you do? I go, "Yeah, make me a suit, and I'll do it."
But think about like who was it? The last one that bombed, Joe Coy, who like all of his jokes like fell through.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He's not famous enough.
To them, you know what I mean? But like as a comedian, he's big. But to like superstars, they're like, "Who's this?" But all of his jokes fell through. He tried to make fun of Taylor Swift, and you know what I mean? Like with a different crowd, all that stuff probably would have worked. But I guarantee, like everyone saw that and they're like, "I don't want to do that."
My ego would be so high that day. I'll be fine. I'll feel like I'm in the room with my peers, even though I'm not.
And much like Joe Coy, they'll go, "Who is this guy?"
Oh, 100%. But also, it makes it easy for me to be a dick.
You know, it'd be hilarious is if you were hosting it, you hosted it from your sofa. They had like the set where it was just your sofa, and you're like, look at this idiot. Move the camera over to this one. Look at this dummy. And then finally in news, have you seen those giant gorilla sofas that went viral?
Yes, I tried to get one for Oliver O, but it was too expensive.
So they're fake.
Yeah.
Oh, are we going?
Carmen?
Oh, Jesus.
Hold on.
What is happening?
It's the internet.
Carmen?
Don't swear because she can still maybe hear us.
It would have to be.
Well, is your internet going out?
Yeah, mine is not. Mine seems like it's
I
working.
can see her. Her mouth is definitely moving, but we can't hear her.
Tell her I'm going to 6, Spanish.
Okay.
Oh, boy. We may or may not have Under Oath today.
Should we go back to Tom Cruise movies? Just watch one.
She must be sweating it out right now.
Oh.
She looks actually calm.
Yeah.
Is she talking? Did you tell her we switched to 6?
She is talking.
Taco pits.
I wonder why. We never have this kind of problem.
I don't know.
Check. 1, 2. Sibilance.
Did Amanda pay the bill?
Yes.
That's what happened last
It's
time.
an automatic bill pay.
Gang.
Yay!
Oh my God! Please stop doing that.
Listen,
Yeah, it's just a goof.
Did you pour semaglutide on the...
it's semaglutide.
So those big gorilla sofas that we were talking about. So originally it was just AI. They were just fake.
Right.
And now there is a company in China that is making them. Probably not as good, but there's a picture of that's not the ones that they're making, but those are the ones you see.
They look so awesome.
Yeah, they look fantastic. They're giant and they look like they're super comfortable. They'll probably come out, you order it and you get it like 9 weeks later from China and it's some weird looking thing. So it's a knockoff version, but there you go. If you want to get a gorilla couch,
I want to buy that for Oliver. So
Yeah.
Oh, that'd
So
be
bad.
great. That'd be great. That is it for news.
All right. Thank you. Carmen, you going to be okay?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. 'Cause we got a lot of work ahead of us.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I keep trying to get things ready, but then that happens and I get distracted. I'm like,
Rebecca, what is better than Hawk to a girl?
Hi. So I went to grade school with this cat named Cameron, His name on TikTok is a Pac-Man guy, and after he saw the video of the Haktua girl, he made such a viral, funny video, and it goes, I don't want a girl to go Haktua, I want a lot. And it's so funny.
Mm-mm. Nope.
No, it's not funny.
Yep.
No. I wish we were off the air.
No.
Don't be mad at us, Rebecca. Just that's things. All right. Now is the time for us to open the phone lines for Under Oath. 727-579-1025 or 800-771-1025. If you've got a question for us that you always wanted answered, whether it be, I don't know, there's a couple of things we can't answer. We can't talk about how much money we make and stuff like that because it's in our contracts. But we pretty much are open to a lot of things. And then we're going to ask each other stuff. And we got stuff lined up for Carmen. And it's going to be all good. Even though,
what?
Yeah. Even though you should have saved the twin abortion story for Under Oath. But still, we'll take your phone calls and we will ask each other. And if anybody on the station, like I know Mo listens a lot. If anybody on the station wants to call in and do that, this is a good way to start up the pot. So we'll do Under Oath next on 102.5 The Bone.
Well, we're going to have to go to court. Court? No.
Your Honor.
No, I'm not going to go to court.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
All rise. The Mike Calta Show is now under oath.
All right. I'm going to go right to the phone calls, and then we'll start going around the room. And Carmen, if you have anything, obviously jump in.
Okay.
Good morning. You're on the air. We are Under Oath. What do you got?
Yeah, so a few months ago, you had to call a person back, a guest that you had on the show, because Joe didn't come forward with some information about a deal that happened with that guest. And made me wonder how you trust the level of people on your show, from the most trust to the least trust.
Are you talking about the weed, the guy when the guy took the weed?
Allegedly, yeah.
Yeah.
Is this the guy? No, he needs more.
So who do I trust from most to least?
Yeah, around the show, and everybody can say that. Who they?
I don't know. It's hard because I trust a lot of. I mean, I really do trust. I trust Galvin.
And this is in the order?
I know. It's hard to say because
this guy wants an order.
Like, what do you mean trust? Like trust as far as doing a good job?
I mean, obviously Joe lied. Well, didn't lie, but he didn't come forward with the information. Omitted information that could have not had you call the guest back. So obviously, I would think you would trust him less. So are there things that have happened that would make you trust some of the?
Oh yes.
Other. Okay.
I would say the.
And what is that?
I would say it goes Galvin, Gio. Spanish and Carmen probably be tied. Wow. And then Joe.
Oh.
By the way.
Oh, that's hurtful.
Yeah. Well, you earned it. Spanish.
Wow.
It's weird because I don't think Spanish is low on the list. He's definitely high on the trust list. Like Spanish, I trust with a lot of things, and I feel comfortable with that. I don't mean like he's not trustworthy, but I do see him being second in line to not telling us about the guy taking the powder. So I'm not realizing that that's a good thing to say. So little stupid, totally trustworthy. Anybody else?
Do you want the list? Like go down the list?
Sure.
Jeez, I don't even know.
I mean, it's hard. It's hard to say you don't trust anybody. I trust everybody on the show.
Well, I think for reasons, I would go. I trust Mike and Gio. Mike a little bit more just because I've known him a little bit longer, but Gio's very trustworthy.
Fair enough.
I think Carmen.
Carmen's solid.
Yeah, I may go Carmen over Gio because I've known Carmen longer. So I go Mike, Carmen, Gio, and then I go Spanish just because I just walked out the door. All that stuff, you know what I mean? And then Joe just because he will forget stuff. And then you go, no, this is what it, and he goes, oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. It's just old age.
All right,
Yeah, a
that's
lot of that.
confusion.
Well, I hope that answered your question, sir. Thank you for the call. Good morning. You're on the air. We're under oath. What do you got?
Hey, probably a silly question, but I've been gone for a few years and I just got back, and I was wondering, where did Kevin go?
Who the hell is Kevin?
SPK?
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know where I think he's driving a truck now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
I can tell you, like maybe like a year and a half ago, a couple years ago, he hit me up because he was trying to get in the insurance company, like the insurance world, and he knew that Chad did that. And he was in the state of Florida, and he was going to get his license, and he just asked if I could hook him and Chad up so they could kind of talk about it a little bit. And he never hit Chad up.
He left radio out of frustration, but I don't really understand his frustration because he used to tell me, he used to go, Mike, they ain't going to give me anything but nights on this station. And I'm like, well, afternoons and mornings seem to be doing very well. I don't know what more you want from me. And you're asking me like I make those decisions. And eventually he left and then got into trucking and then instantly regretted that and tried to do insurance. So I don't know. I like Kevin a lot, and I think he's very talented. I would think that if he pursued it, he probably would land somewhere else.
I got one for Galvin.
Oh, go.
All right.
In the chat, they want to know if you've won or you've lost more money on gambling on the sports bet. Are you up or down? Because you post a lot of winnings. And
and I posted a loser the other day because it was half a point that I lost by on a three-way parlay. But I would say overall, I'm definitely up. I'm definitely up because I have this argument with my wife. I go, I don't understand what you're mad about. I'm winning. Like if we're struggling and stuff, and I only gamble money that I could lose, but no, I think I'm over. I can go through my last 2 weeks and do it. I know over this weekend I made almost $2,000. So
nobody asked me, but I'm losing.
Yeah, I'm definitely down, way down. Yeah. So
I will come back though.
Football season's going to be my time.
Yes. I wound up last time we were talking about it. I wound up doing an entire month, and over the entire month I was up almost $4,000. Jeez. So
that's great.
Yeah,
that's a part-time job.
I was up $40 once. That was awesome.
Mike Calta Show, you're on the air. We're under oath. What do you got, sir?
Hey, this is Dave. I'm a car guy.
What's up, Dave?
Hey, I know you got rid of your Tesla. I was wondering what Joey's driving now.
He has I don't know the model, but he has a BMW.
I was wondering if you got the Corvette.
No. My wife vetoed the Corvette. She was not having that. He's in a. Do you know? I don't even know what BMW he's in.
I don't know.
Yeah,
it's nice, but I don't know what it is.
It's queer. It's
Had he not said the Corvette thing, that'd have been very creepy.
I still think it was creepy.
I just felt like he was going to come back and yell at me for spending money on Joey's car. I felt like that was happening. Good morning. You're on the air. We're under oath. What do you got?
Good morning, everybody. The question I had was, why, or do you guys think that Spanish is still contributing to the show, and why did he get a second chance or a third chance?
Yeah, it was like fourth chance. I think
I'm trying to help my man out.
I think Spanish contributes to the show as far as the show host. He is an effective producer, and he is a live. Spanish is like, you guys don't see it, but he is a live technical producer of the show as well. I mean, all the commercials that run effectively, all of that stuff, that's all Spanish, and nobody ever gets to actually see that. And when there's one screw up, whether it's his fault or not, he gets blamed for it. So, yeah, I think he does a good job. What do you think?
Thanks, man.
What do you think?
Oh, me? No, I think Spanish has had too many breaks. I love him, though, but I think at some point you got to just cut swing load and go with somebody that might be able to take it more serious, just in my view.
Yeah. All right, I get you. Thank you. Spanish, what do you have to say about that?
Listen, I'm super grateful that you kept me around when I was going through everything that I was going through last year. I know my the way I acted was not professional, and
but it has moments. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know you understand.
Life, you're going to have those sort of moments. It's also, not to make this sound too cheesy, but this is very much like a family. We've all been together for a long time. You don't just have somebody has a bad week and you just say, well, they're gone. They're out of the family. You know what I mean? Like, what about all the other good things that you've done?
I appreciate that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're next when you're out.
Yeah. International Friendship Day. By the way, in from Trucker Tony on Twitter, he says that Kevin is selling insurance and living with his girlfriend.
Oh, well, that seemed to have worked out the way Carmen predicted.
Wasn't Kevin on with somebody just not too long ago? Like,
I think
he came
Mo.
through town, and I know he was on with Mo a few months ago or something.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
I have a question for Gio out of the chat.
Yeah.
It says here, Gio, as the dad of 4 daughters, which I don't know if that's true.
No,
but
it's not.
As the dad of 4 daughters, at what age did you have the where babies come from, and how did you deal with dating my oldest. My oldest is 14. How did you deal with it?
By the way, I'd like to say great job on putting him in charge of the.
What is the question?
Yeah, it's not really phrased that well, but it says at what age did you have the
Birds in the Bees
baby
talk
talk.
with the kids?
talk? Yeah.
Oh, I didn't.
You
Your
didn't.
wife
No,
did?
no. I think my wife is handling that. Yeah.
You think?
Yeah. That's. What am I going to say? Hey, kids, come sit down.
It's not in the contract. The
Yeah.
father is not in charge of telling the daughters about sex.
Yes.
No.
Did your dad tell you about it when you were in the cage?
Yeah, he had them in the cage. He just showed her.
He showed her, yeah.
All right.
No, he didn't. That wasn't my
Yeah.
dad. Under
Now
oath, that's not my dad.
Now you must watch.
Okay.
Mike Calta Show, good morning. You're on the air. We're under oath. What do you got?
Good morning. I was just wondering, what do your wives and girlfriends feel about Carmen?
My girlfriend doesn't like her. My wife loves her.
Yeah.
My wife loves Carmen.
Yeah, my wife likes Carmen. She doesn't get to see her very often, but she likes her.
We all love you too, Carmen.
Thank you.
I don't love
you.
her. I don't love her. My wife does, yeah.
Sugar Pants thought she was not going to like Carmen, but then said she was her favorite.
Oh, really? Her favorite?
Yeah. Why did she think she was gonna like me?
Because listen to you.
Because you're mean to me sometimes on the air, so she's mad.
True, true.
But she
Well,
understands.
So she must hate
You deserve it.
No, she actually likes you a lot too.
By the way, I noticed
She agrees with you a lot.
I noticed Gio's not answering.
Yeah. She thinks Carmen's just
Stop. Me and
great.
Jamie loves me.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah,
I thought
we had
Jamie liked me too, so she blew me off in public.
Yeah.
me and Jamie had so much fun on the last cruise.
Yeah, I didn't like that. I didn't
Yeah.
like that. That got uncomfortable.
We were having fun. We were doing shots. I was giving her money
Yeah.
so we could gamble together.
And then they both start saying horrible things about
Yeah.
me.
I didn't see that.
I know.
Sounds about right.
You see that?
Good morning. You're on the air. We're under oath. What do you got?
Good morning, Mike and crew. This is a question for everybody, but mainly Mike and Carmen. When there's an issue at work or whatever, who do you report to? Who is your boss?
John Brennan. Pew, 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 pew.
I don't really have one. They usually come to me when there's a problem at the station. John Brennan is our immediate supervisor. He is the program director of the radio station.
Our boss.
It depends on what. If it's a problem.
Who's your boss?
Melanie Martin.
No.
John Brennan. I mean, what do you describe as a boss?
Who is the person that you report to at Cox Media when there's an issue?
There's two people. There's Jason Meter and John Brennan.
But John Brennan first,
I mean-
and then Jason Meter.
I talked to John about.
Who's
I'll tell
higher
you.
authority, Jason or John?
Oh, Jason.
I talked to John about content issues. Like if there's something on the show or there's something that we're scheduling for the show or a vacation and all that stuff, I talked to John. And if there's something really major, I talked to Jason.
Listen, all I know is that when John called Mike the other day,
Thank you, sir.
Mike answered the phone. Hey, boss.
Shut up. Shut your mouth. There's only one person I say, hey, boss, to, and that's Tom the Tree Man. Mike Calta Show, good morning. You're on the air. We're under oath. What do you got?
There was this, my name's Scott, by the way.
Hi,
But
Scott.
there was this kid, I think he was an intern, Eric, maybe. And remember, like, his mom called in and said, what's really going on? And you're like, what happened to that guy?
No, he wasn't an
Not-
intern.
yeah,
he was
opposite
the
of intern.
operations manager. He was John Brennan's boss. And that was Tim. And Tim left and runs a company that is on the verge of bankruptcy right now called Odyssey. In fact, I don't even know that I don't even know if he's still there.
Yeah.
That's what he did. He went to go over and work over there, and now they are literally on the verge of bankruptcy. But yeah,
All right, I can sleep better than that. Thank
Yeah.
you. I appreciate it.
no problem.
His mom still wants to know what's going on with his
This
life.
is true. Mike Calta Show, good morning. You're on the air. We're under oath. What do you got?
Hey, Mike, I had a question about two guys that used to call into your show a lot, and I've noticed you don't call them as much. Super Agent Tony B and the lawyer, Don. You guys still good?
Dom is on the show every Tuesday. He just happens to be on vacation these last 2 weeks. He's in Hawaii. And, Super Agent Tony Burton and I spoke last night. We don't speak on the air as much unless there's an issue. I don't get in trouble as much. Usually we'd call him when there was something surrounding trouble or issues of trouble on the show.
Plus, a lot of times Tony was air brakes for the show.
Yeah, it really bring us down.
All right,
Yeah.
we already talked about that.
Yeah, well, all good. Though. All good, though. Thank you.
I'm just teasing Tony.
Good morning. You're on the air. We're under oath. What do you got?
Hey, good morning, Mike. First time, long time.
Thank you.
I just wanted to comment, just make a statement that you guys are doing an awesome job, and I think Carmen does a great job.
Thank you.
No question.
We concur.
Hey, thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
I have one coming in. Would you like?
Yeah, please, because we're winding down on the phones. If you want to get through on the phone line, 727-579-1025 or 800-771-1025, and on social media and Twitter and all that other stuff. What do you got?
This question is, does Mike still enjoy playing with Pitbull Toddler?
Oof, that's a good question.
Yeah.
I would say on a scale of 1 to 10, it's like a 6.
That is from our singer, Josh.
Is it really?
Yeah.
A 6.
Only for a couple of reasons. One, it's just, I don't know. It's a lot of work that goes into it because practice and all that stuff, and I just rather not do any of that.
That's the big part.
Yeah.
Do you guys practice?
We used to practice all the time. Now we just practice before we have a gig.
I mean, you got to practice so that you sound good.
Yeah.
God forbid we learn a new song.
Yeah.
Right. And then we go to practice and we're trying to get things done, and Pete's over there noodling and playing his guitar at 12 and we can't hear. And then we're like, Pete, enough. And then it just gets so annoying. No, the answer is
there you go, Josh.
Mike Calta Show, good morning. You're on the air. We're under oath. What do you got?
My question would be for Carmen.
Carmen,
what is the meanest thing you ever said about Mike behind his back that he doesn't know about?
Ooh, good question, sir. I'd like to hear this.
The meanest thing. Trying to think. It's mainly, I don't really say anything mean specifically about Mike. It's mainly me complaining that he doesn't understand what I'm doing. And, like, he always asks me to do more. Like, I'm doing a lot at once.
Yeah.
And then he's like, why aren't you doing this? Why aren't you doing that? I'm like, well, I'm doing 10 other things.
Yes.
Because he doesn't see what I'm doing.
I've learned that, though.
Right. And so, like, I've realized, like, there's some days, but this has been going on for a couple weeks, and in 2 months, you're going to forget again, and you're going to be like, why aren't you doing this? Why aren't you doing that? And it's like, I have 2 hands and 2 ears. I can only do so much at once.
Yeah, no, but that's when you became the unsung hero.
But so I would say, like, I don't really say anything mean, but it's mainly just me complaining that he doesn't understand.
But now I do.
For the next 2 months. And then you'll forget, and then you'll start being mean again.
I got one on email. It says, years ago, there was a segment where Galvin told Mike that he thinks he's best friends with everyone who comes on the show as a guest. Does Galvin still think that, and does it still annoy him? Why does Mike Calta think he's best friends with everyone, or is it just part of the show?
Definitely never said that.
I don't recall you ever saying that either.
Yeah.
And no, I don't think I'm best friend. I have guests on the show who I'm really friends with, and guests like Baker Mayfield, who we had on one time, and I go, I'm pretty sure we're best friends now. That's part of the show.
Yeah.
It's just a joke, and you're clearly not getting it, sir.
I have one.
Yeah, well, guess. Go ahead, Galvin.
This comes in from Twitter, and it's for Gio. Gio, is your bird really dead?
No.
Oh.
What did you say? Your bird died or whatever?
Yeah. When John Senning and I filled in, he had the lady to talk to the animals.
Oh yeah.
I said the bird was dead.
Oh
yeah. to try and throw the lady off. Yeah.
Bird.
What is your bird's name?
Snowball.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Mike Calta Show. Good morning. You're on the air. We're under oath. What do you got?
Good morning, Mike. Yeah, hey, I was just wondering who everyone on the show is thinking about putting their vote on for president.
I will happily go first. At this point, I will vote for Trump over Kamala Harris. Gio?
I will vote for, if I had to do it today,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Really?
You'd
vote for Kamala Harris?
No, I don't think I could.
Yeah.
But I don't want to vote for Trump either.
Well, but you have to pick one.
I don't.
Well, no, you did according to this guy. He wants to know.
I mean, I guess Trump. I don't know.
Carmen?
If I was going to vote, I would vote Trump.
Spanish?
I'd vote Trump.
Galvin?
I don't vote, but I'd vote Trump.
Right.
Joe?
Trump.
I thought Joe was going to name somebody from the Whig Party. Thank you, sir. Hope that answers your
I
question.
really, really dislike both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got it. It's the
But those are our choices.
Yeah.
better of two evils.
They both suck garbage.
Good morning. You're on the air. We're under oath. What do you got? These don't really get uncomfortable anymore. Yes, go ahead.
I just want to say I love you guys, and you make me laugh every morning on my way to work. And the fact that you're all voting for Trump makes me love you even more. My question is,
I have seen you out in several venues, and I've always come and said hello, and you've always been so gracious and so nice and taking pictures with us. Does that ever get annoying enough for you to just walk away from a loving fan? I know you walk away from mean fans, but
I don't think it never gets old. I mean, think about it. It's like being the popular kid in high school, and everywhere you want to go, people are usually just want to say, "What's up? I like your show." I mean, to quote Penn Jillette, if you can't take 5 minutes to show those people who made you what you are appreciation, you're a huge asshole. So I love it.
that's great, and that's why we love you. Y'all have a great day.
Thank you. Galvin doesn't like when you bother him at Publix.
I just don't want you to go shopping with me. Tim, you know who you are. Tim brings that up, the guy that did it. He brings it up every time I see him. This one is for Spanish, and this is great. Does Spanish have any regrets telling a recovering alcoholic on his Saturday Deep Lady Feeling show that it's okay for him to drink because his wife is terminally ill?
If you could play me back that audio, I'd love to hear it.
You don't remember that on the Deep Lady Feeling show?
So he's saying that I told a recovering alcoholic that it's okay
for you to drink because his wife is terminally ill.
No, I don't believe I said that.
Do you remember the conversation that you had?
Yeah, I definitely remember the conversation.
But you didn't know it was okay to drink.
I did not say it's okay to drink. I said I found my balance, so I don't have to just quit drinking. Everybody's different, but
They might have misconstrued your words.
Maybe, yeah, but like I said...
Gio, do you have something?
Yeah, somebody wants to know that if, and this is for everybody on the show, if Mike retires, what's their plan?
Good question.
If Mike retires, like, tomorrow.
Like, yeah.
Seems to be the trend in Tampa radio.
Well, I would imagine I have a discussion with John and
Jason,
you know, and see how we move forward. Yeah, I'm not retiring.
Me either, so don't worry about it.
No.
Mike Calta Show. Yes.
Anybody else?
Anybody else?
I'm not retiring, yeah.
No, they want to know what you do. What's your plan?
Stay in radio?
Yeah, like if Mike goes out of radio, what do you do?
Oh, I'm doing the John Stenning show.
Yeah. I was going to say, what are you going to be? What station are you going to be on? Because you're not on my show.
Mike Calta Show. Good morning. You're on the air. We're under oath. What do you got?
Good morning, guys. Love you. Is it true that Carmen makes Chad sit down and pee?
No.
No, he does it voluntarily.
Yeah.
No, he can't.
I have one from Ryan. He says, I always wanted to know if the two bartenders who came in and were naked to let you guys paint them in studio sparked a huge controversy that made you guys more PG. I don't think we're more PG, but also you just can't do what you used to do.
Yeah, I mean, we could still do that, but sometimes you just don't want to repeat things you did all the time. But
and on top of that, you're at your house. So do you really want naked chicks running around your house with your kids?
Especially that one.
Wait,
For some reason, I really wanted to bang that chick. I'm not going to lie.
Whoa.
The chick that I painted?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was into her.
Was that the painted where we did the pumpkin?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I remember that. Yeah, that was fun. And
something about painting a chick's ass where you're like, what's up? Yeah.
We just threw that paint away.
Really?
It's coming up. We need it.
All right, I'm going to run through these calls here for the last time. Anybody that got anything on social media, get them in now, and then we'll wrap this segment up. Mike Calta Show, good morning. You're on the air. We're under oath. What do you got?
Hey, good morning, Mike. I've heard you talk about sitting in car line, picking up your kids from school before. Do you still do that?
My son drives, and I do pick up my daughter, but just not as often. My wife and I usually mix it up, or we'll go together.
When you do that, do you have a firearm in your car?
It depends sometimes.
On school property?
Yeah, I don't get out of the car, and it's locked away.
And did I hear you say one time you caught some friendly fire during a sexual escapade?
Yeah, Pete hit me in the left wrist.
Thank you very much.
Thanks. This guy trying to get me in trouble with
That's what I'm saying. I feel like he's going to be
I know what he's saying. Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Hey, earlier today you said that your son texts you good night every night. I want you to show Spanish or somebody the last text your son sent you.
I can read it to you right now. My son was at the studio last night, and I texted him at 9:53. I said, "You good?" And he said, "Yes, I'm leaving soon." And I said, "Okay, good night." And he said, "Good night, I love you." And I said, "I love you more." And he hearted it. That's it right there. You can see it on the screen.
Where's the proof?
I mean, here it is.
Yeah, we see it. I see the heart.
This guy's just not believing.
Yeah, I don't know why. That was it.
You
sir.
don't text your son.
Fake son relationship.
It's there. Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't know why. I don't know if he was doubting it or he just couldn't believe that a teenager would actually say that to his father.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mike Calta. All right. Hello.
Hello.
Yes. We're on. You're on the air. We're under oath. What do you got?
So my question is for Carmen. So everybody knows that you hated Dinah. Did you two ever bury the hatchet before she passed away, or are you still harboring hate for her?
Dinah and I did not hate each other.
A little bit.
She may.
You hated Dinah.
She may have hated me. I did not hate her. I think her and I worked together for like less than a month, so I didn't even get a chance to get to know her.
Yeah, I think Dinah was probably a little jealous that there was a new person on the show, a young hot person, and Carmen just didn't really know anybody at the time. So I don't really think it was a hate, but.
Yeah, like I said, she left within like the first month of me being here. And the only thing, so we didn't even really work together. The only thing is, she did call me out because I asked for Wild Splash tickets.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was from a different station. I had no idea about radio at all. And I was like, I had no idea. This was my first radio job, and that was literally the first week I worked here.
But that's also her job to throw you under the bus.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
But
Did
that
I
was
tell you, Carmen, that the first time Dinah, when she went away, and she came back to visit, I picked her up and we went to lunch or whatever, and I lied to her and told her that you and I had been banging for the last year.
You did not tell me that.
She goes, how's Carmen doing? And I go, oh, dude, she's unbelievable. I go, we've been banging for like that. And she goes, oh, you're gross.
You're the worst.
It was a joke.
No wonder why people hate me.
The best was when we fake gave Carmen $1,000 whatever bonus thing, whatever, right in front of Dinah for, what was it, for her birthday or Christmas?
Yeah. Mike had me for Christmas.
Dinah her head almost exploded.
That was good. That was good stuff. What do you got, Gio?
This one says, how does Chad deal with Carmen's popularity from the more ambitious listeners?
So he's pretty good with it because I tell him. And then because guys will get in my DMs I want to do this to you. And I show him and then I block them, but I show him. And I've actually had listeners reach out to him telling him that they're trying to pursue me in sexual ways, and he's just like, that is so weird.
It is so weird.
It's like Indecent Proposal.
But no, because they got a fetish for Chad too.
Right, because they want him there too, but for the most part. But he, like I said, we're very open and very honest, and he's, and he's good with it because I also help him, with his endeavors.
Oh, yeah.
What's he got? He's got OnlyFans going on?
No.
What's going on?
Well, with his football, I'm helping try raise money for Chamberlain football and stuff like that. So I'm able to post it, and I'm going to make some videos for him for his teacher wish list and stuff like that. So I use my skills to actually help him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, we're very encouraging of one another.
One from one from Twitter here from Chuck Loves Tacos.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, you.
He says, did Mike Calta get the Bobby Kelly stomach surgery? Bert alluded to it on a podcast.
I did about, a month and a half ago?
Yeah.
And I wasn't. I kept trying to. I'm glad somebody asked because I kept trying to bring it up on the air.
He asked, and then Trucker Tony said on an Instagram Live, you briefly mentioned you had the same weight loss surgery as Robert Kelly. Is that true? Whatever.
It is true, and I'm down about 30 pounds so far.
Nice,
and it's been great. Yeah, and the thing was I wasn't hiding it. I just couldn't. There was no way for me to get on the air and be like, hey, oh, by the way, guess what I did this weekend? You know what I mean? But Bert. So I told Bert when I saw him, and Bert was like, you look great. And I go, well, I had the surgery that Bobby had. And he's like, oh, that's great. You look great. And then when he was on the podcast with Steve-O, it looks like he almost said it and then wasn't sure if he should say it. So he pulled back on it. And so I commented on it in the Instagram Live because I got nothing to hide. Yeah. I got nothing. It'd be very rare if you could find something where I go, ooh, I wish nobody knew about that. I got nothing. Everything is out there. I tell you when I cry. I tell you when I poop. I tell you when I poop on the floor. I got nothing. All right, I'm going to run through these phone calls. Let's get through these next 10 lines, then we're done. Mike Calta Show, good morning. You're on the air. We're under oath. What do you got?
Hey, good morning, Mike Calta. Man, this under oath is so interesting, and I love the way people call in and
stop trying to make up for calling them names.
Do you have a question or not?
Oh, yeah, it's so cool you have me back here.
Okay, thank you. Mike Calta Show, you're on the air. We're under oath. What do you got?
Hey, good morning, guys. I've been listening since day one, so I've got a lot of questions, but this one's strictly for Gio because it's been bothering me. Gio, is your bird dead or alive?
No.
Wait, I mean, bird on the phone and
just answered.
We just answered that. Gio's bird is alive. Snowball.
Yes, I was just messing with John Senning.
Yeah.
I love when you called her out because I thought the girl was a kook, and I thought that was great.
Very nice lady, but she's crazy.
Thank you. All right, couple more.
A lady that talks to animals is crazy? Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. I didn't believe what she was doing.
Good morning. You're on the air. We're under oath. What do you got?
Is this me?
Yes.
Okay, this is for Carmen. Were you drunk when you called in the Monday after vacation or during your vacation?
On Monday?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I was a bottle deep in mimosas.
yeah, you're a totally different person. It was funny that you said no. All right, thank you.
Can I just tell you, though, it is so foreign to me to think about being drunk that early in the morning.
Yeah.
Like to get up and drink.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine. I'm not knocking it. I just can't. It's so foreign to me.
You should try it, Michael.
I would. I would.
Well, I mean, like I said, it was mimosas. Like I'd planned on having mimosas with
Enough
breakfast.
mimosas to get you drunk.
Well, here's a few things. One,
Mimosas get you drunk.
Yeah, if you're getting up early in the morning, you're on an empty stomach, you've been fasting the entire night, then also with the orange juice, the sugar in the orange juice puts the alcohol in your bloodstream faster.
Yeah.
So, and champagne obviously just makes you weird drunk. Yeah.
Right.
Well, hey, look, I'm all for it, Carmen. You're on
It's kind of like the
vacation.
people that give blood and then go drink.
I was going to say, but I will say, since then, I decided to do a little sober fest.
Uh-huh.
And I am on day 13.
Wow, good for you.
And I plan on going to at least 30, but maybe even longer.
I always knew you were a quitter.
Yeah. Listen, my liver needs help, and I actually downloaded an app. It's called Reframe. So if anyone else needs like a little help, but basically I like it because it helps and it gives you little like tidbits of what is happening with your body and what's changing over time and stuff. So it'll be like you should be noticing better sleep because you're on day 6, or your liver is starting to be completely detoxed because you're on day whatever.
I don't know why you would download that app. If you want to know what your body is changing, just talk to Gio.
All right, Mike Calta Show, good morning. You're on the air. We're under oath. What do you got?
Morning.
Hi.
Morning. This is for Mike. I don't know if you can answer it or not. I'm going to ask the question and hang up so I can hear it on the radio. What is the reason you got fired from the Bubba Show?
Because if you're hanging up so you can hear it. So the last straw, I think, was there was a WWE show that came to town. This is in 2000, I think. And I had never gone to a WWE show, and I asked the salesperson, I said, can I have tickets to the WWE show? I have a friend coming in from out of town, and I'd like to go to the show with them. And they said, yeah, no problem. And they came back, and they gave me an envelope, and one envelope was probably about 2 inches thick, and the other envelope was flat thin. And they said, these are your tickets. These are Bubba's tickets. Bubba's tickets were 2 inches thick, and it was for him to give away to his friends and his personal seats. I opened up my 2 tickets, and my 2 tickets were in the front row. I had never been to an event before. I had never asked for front row tickets. The sales guy, Lewis, gave them to me. Then that morning of the WWE thing, he said, I'm sitting in the front row. I'm in this section, seats 1 and 2. And I said, oh, I'm sitting next to you. I'm in seats 3 and 4. And he got very mad that we were both in the front row. I don't know why. I don't know why that bothered him. And then when we went to the event that night, he took a girl there. I went with my friend Frankie. And that night, when the show was over, I was very happy. I had a great time. The Rock talked to me from the stage. I called Shane McMahon a pussy, and he said, Shane, it seems the people of Tampa, and he pointed to me, think you're a pussy. And it was like the greatest thing ever. I was holding a 98 Rock banner, and the last thing you see is when they went to commercial, they tightened in on the 98 Rock banner because I was holding it over behind where the announcers sit, where Shane McMahon was lying on the floor. And I had felt like I'd done everything right. I got the logo on TV. The Rock talked to me. Everything was great. And then I got home, and I got a long email. And the email was about all the things that I've done wrong, including having front row tickets to the WWE. The suggestion was that those were his tickets, and I stole them. And then there was another, I still have the email. There was another line in there that said, what about that, quote, kick-ass WWE backpack you have, which was WWF at the time. It said, what about that kick-ass WWF backpack? Was that meant for me and you stole that too? And I said, there's 85 of them in the prize closet. Big Dick brought me one. He was the promotions director at the time. He said, here, I know you like wrestling. And he gave it to me. And I carried it around. For some reason, even though there were 85 more in the prize closet, he believed that one was for him, and I stole it. So that, to be honest with you, the next day I got to work, and I was told not to go in the studio to sit at my desk. And then I found out the next day that they had tried to go through my laptop and get all my contacts out of there, and that day I was fired. So that is the 100% true reason why. I will also tell you, in all fairness, I believe it was a matter of two personalities after working together for a long time colliding. It was his show. He didn't want me around anymore, and I got fired. Single best thing that ever happened to me in my radio career. Because if not, I probably would have stayed there because I'm loyal, and I would have never gotten ahead and probably still made $30,000 a year. And the best thing that ever happened was I went on my own, started at the bottom on an AM station, and worked my way all the way up literally to the top. So I hope that answered your question, sir, and didn't bore everybody else. Good morning. You're on the air. We're under oath. Last couple of calls. What do you got?
I have a question for you, Mike.
Yeah.
I want to know if you have ever and how many times masturbated to Carmen behind her back without her knowing.
Not behind her back, but in front of her a couple of times.
Yeah.
I will tell you this, sir. No, I don't recall doing that, but I have thought about her during sex, not on purpose. She just like entered my head, and at first I was like, why? And then I went, don't fight it, just enjoy it. So I hope that helps you out there. Carmen, I'm sorry.
It's a fine. Anytime you come into like my sex dreams or anything like that, you're yelling at me.
Yeah.
you really
That's how you finish.
Yeah. You really throw me off.
Yeah. I have to tell you, Carmen, I do find attractive. I think she's adorable. And when she first started working here, I always tell you when she ripped that shirt off and she was wearing a sports bra, I was like, what do we got going on over here? What's happening? She's hot. But now she's almost like in the daughter range. Like I can't find her sexually attractive, even though I think she's cute.
It's because she's old, Carmen, now?
No. It's because I'm old, Mike. Mike Calta Show, good morning. You're on the air. We're under oath. What do you got?
Hi, guys. Good morning. I was just curious, Mike, are there any plans current or in the future to have Carmen join the show from your studio and have somebody replace her duties from the station like Dizzy or somebody else?
No, because the problem, and I'm going to tell you, I love that, but the problem is that then they have to pay somebody and add another body to the show to run the board and stay at the station so that Carmen could come here, when the simple fact is she's doing just fine over there. And, it's there's no plan. I would love it if it happened, but it's definitely an expense that we don't need to be paying at this time.
Right. We already have 6 people on this show.
Yeah.
So that would be putting 7 people.
Yeah, and it's just unnecessary. I mean, it sucks that one person doesn't have to be here, but she is here every day. I mean, she's on the camera, she's in the studio, on the microphone, so.
And honestly, at first, I did not like the idea. I thought it was going to be me getting pushed out or me being not a part of the show as much. Right. But I didn't let it happen, did I? So I honestly thought that was kind of like me getting phased out. But now that we've been doing it, I want to say like almost 2 years now.
Yeah.
I'm used to it. I like being here by myself because if I don't feel like getting dressed up, I don't have to.
Exactly.
Which I rarely do.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, I kind of just get to like do my own thing and have my own little quiet moment.
Little room.
Yeah. So I'm used to it now, and I do enjoy it.
She can order breakfast when she wants.
Exactly.
Mike Calta Show, last couple of calls. You're on the air. We're under oath. What do you got?
Hey, guys, couple small things. Are you guys aware of the smoke detector beep on the intro? And also aware of how many times you guys say, I got to tell you, because I got to tell you, you say it a lot, and you get me the over-under wins at work here between the guys. So some days you cost me money, some days I win the money. So I like it.
You talk for 20 hours a week, and you start saying things over. I don't know what the smoke detector thing is on the intro. We don't record the intro live. Like, there's no live audio on there, so I don't know what that would be. Maybe there's a beep you're thinking is a smoke detector?
It sounds like it. Like, I don't know if the guy recorded it at his house or not and sent it in to you guys, but it's always got me. I always turn the radio up just to hear it. It's awesome.
Which part?
All right. Yeah.
Where?
On the I'm about to whoop somebody's ass. It's the second one.
All right, we'll listen for it tomorrow. Sir.
I got to tell you, this guy's annoying. Take the over. Take the over.
Got him.
Last 3 calls. Good morning. You're on the air or under oath. What do you got?
Hey, Mike, love the show. I had a quick question for Galvin. He takes a lot of pride in running a really good news section on your show, but sometimes it sounds like he gets really upset and frustrated when you continuously interrupt him moving on to the next news story. And I wanted to know, honestly, if it really does bother him as much as it sounds like it bothers him.
What if it bothers me? Maybe it bothers me that he's trying to do news and I want to talk.
Well, usually you're telling a dream story. We all know how much we love those.
There's no room for dream stories in news.
The dream stories are the worst. But no, interrupting, like, that's the whole segment. You know what I mean? Like, that is what that segment is set up for, is for us to talk about stuff. And it doesn't even have to necessarily be what the news story is. So, I don't know. Like, I try to keep things moving along. Like, once I feel like we've talked about the subject long enough, I go, in other news, blah, 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 start into the next story. But I never get upset about any of it. If I do it on air, and I go, all right, enough already.
No. I hope that answers your question, sir. Steve Hurley came through the question. He said that once I said on the show that after our show, Mo's show was my favorite show to listen to. Does that still hold true? And what are your second favorite shows on the station? Yes, I still love Mo's show. I liked it when it was him and Kevin and Spike and that, but him and Spike do a good job. What is your favorite show, Galvin?
I don't really listen to the station. I mean, I'll just be honest with you. Yeah. I really don't, because I'm not in my car, and if I'm in my car, I'm listening to music.
Yeah.
So that's my honest thing. I really don't, and it's not like a slight to anybody.
No, you're doing something else. Yeah. Spanish?
My favorite show on here, I would probably say Mo Show.
I think I say your boyfriend Dizzy's after show.
Oh, I forgot about
that. Too late. Gio?
I hear Mo Show when I'm driving. I'm just in the car that time.
That's the thing. The car. Yeah, Carmen?
I'm kind of with Galvin. If I'm not here, I'm not listening. But so the only show that I ever catch is the after show with Dizzy, and I think he does a great job.
That's not a
Joe.
It would either be Sad Weirdos or or the Mo Show, because that's usually what I wind up catching.
I do listen to a lot of Drew's show too. I just like the dynamic.
So you just don't like it.
I just like the dynamic between the way Spike gets Mo all mad all the time. Makes me laugh.
I don't really listen to the station though when I'm not.
I do. I feel like I listen. And I'm anxious to hear what people have to say. I really do.
Yeah.
I don't like to, only because, like, if they are covering a news story that we already covered, or if they cover a news story that we're going to cover, I don't want to be influenced.
I don't let them influence me. I'm strong-minded.
I'm very impressionable.
Good morning. Last 2 calls. You're on the air. We're under oath. What do you got?
Hey, guys. Love the show from day one. I've been listening, but I got a big question. You said at one point you would be able to disclose more information about the Hulk ordeal, and I don't know if you ever did that and I missed it, but could you do that?
What specifically do you want to know? Because I really am not allowed to talk about it, but what is there something specific you want to know?
Yeah, any secrets that you could relay, but obviously you can't.
No, I have no, everything that you've heard has all been I would say 99% untrue if you've heard it from a certain source. I have so little to do with that situation that I've been dragged into and dragged across dragged through the mud on it. I don't really have anything to add to it because I don't really know anything about it. If you look at the facts of the situation, none of it really even involves me. It's just somebody trying to put me in the narrative and trying to make it seem like it's a sexier story if you involve me and trying to get people's jobs and all that stuff, and none of that is true.
Right.
None of it. I mean, look, I got nothing to lose. That thing is closed. I could come out and say whatever I want and be like, I got you all now. None of it is true. I if it was, I'd write a book about how I pulled off the greatest scam ever. But none of it is true. It's all a matter of one person refusing to admit that they're the cause of all their problems, and the fact that all the people who have been around them for all these years left him because he's such a horrible person, but yet everything is somebody else's fault. So I think it's pretty obvious to the people who know the situation.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
And this is the last call for Under Oath. Make it good. You're on the air or Under Oath. What do you got?
Hey, great show, Mike, and I can't believe I made the cut. That's awesome.
You're the last one. Don't screw it up.
All right, let's not screw this up. Gio, I've had a question for a while for you, and this is dialing it way back. Did you get fired when you were on the show with, I can't remember who Drew brought in from Orlando, but he brought in someone from Orlando, and suddenly you were off his show. Did he fire you?
I mean, I was kicked off the show because they brought in SBK.
So what's kicked off? Does that mean you were fired?
Well, no, because they pushed me to Mo's show at night. Technically, I guess
still on the station, just not on Drew's show.
Yeah, literally, I came in the office and they said, "There's too many people on Drew's show, and we're going to move you to nights with Mo and Johnny and try and build that up." Which was an epic
You did
show.
great on that show. I enjoyed that way back then, and I enjoy you now. I'm glad you're on the show, man.
Thank you.
Me too. Thank you. There is one more call here. I'm going to take this. You're the final call. You're on the air. We're under oath. What do you got?
Oh, yes. Never give up.
Stay strong.
Hey, Mike, been watching you on the YouTubes. You look great, by the way.
Thank you.
Hey, so, as a head coach, my question to you would be, if you lost someone on your show from Galvin down to Pap, who would you want to pick up and why?
You like from the other shows?
Yes, including the weekend.
So who would you lose, and then who would you pick up?
Like if Spanish finally went crazy and left?
No, you have to fire somebody and hire somebody to replace them.
I would fire Spanish. You're supposed to make eye contact with me when I say that. I would fire Spanish and I would hire John Sennick.
Oh. I had that one locked and loaded.
Oh, I've been thinking about these. What do you think, sir? What would you do?
I was in definitely would drop Spanish. I'd take Will.
You drop Spanish and get Will. Wow.
Yeah.
I like Will.
By the way, Will is through the roof right now. Will's like, yeah, do that. Do that.
I'm going to tell you now, under oath, I would not fire Spanish. He is not on the verge of being fired. He is not in the. I don't sit here and go, man, if only we can get rid of Spanish.
The opportunity passed.
Joe is by far
the window of opportunity.
I feel like he'll open up another one.
Oh.
Joe is by far the worst person on the show.
What?
As far as being prepared and doing his job. And
You're
all that
surprised
stuff.
by that.
I am surprised.
But Joe will never. I cannot be without Joe.
Thank you, Michael.
Yeah, you bring too much joy to my life.
Can't trust him. Can't do his job. Nope. Never leaving. Yep.
You're the Kramer to my being. You're the just having you around makes me happy.
Thank you, Michael. I do enjoy being here. I love you.
Galvin is solid. He does the most work. He's Gio is great at what he does. Carmen's great at what she does. Spanish is pretty good.
At least you're not Joe. I mean,
I mean,
No, Joe's the worst.
Absolutely. I'm the worst TV guy in radio.
He's the worst. You're just a little loser.
Joe's the worst TV guy in radio. That's exactly a great way to put it, Joe. You're the worst TV guy in radio.
Yep.
Anybody else in the room or the story or anything before we wrap it up?
No, I have one that's pretty interesting. Not Matt. Joe is asking Mike, was the fall felt around the world the reason that pushed you over the edge to get the stomach surgery?
I did not fall because I'm fat. I fell because my flip-flop caught on the concrete.
Listen, you didn't glide because you're skinny. You know what I mean?
This is true. The momentum put me down.
May have had something to do with it.
No, not at all. Bobby Kelly is the 100% motivation behind getting the surgery. He looks fantastic. And, we're both in our 50s. And if I would like to be living into my 70s, maybe 80s, something had to be done. So,
at any point, did you feel like hiding it initially like Bobby did?
No, I don't care. Like, it was weird because I told you guys beforehand. And,
you said you were thinking about it for a while.
Because I was thinking, I saw how good Bobby looked and I saw how long I struggled with it, trying to do it and try to lose weight. And it's just hard. It's just hard. It just never happened. So I can't just keep saying, oh, one day it'll work out. One day it'll work. It's not going to work out. And when I saw how good Bobby looked and how healthy Bobby was and how much better he felt, I was like, I have to do it. But then it's a process to get it done. I mean, you have to go and find the doctor. And I couldn't be happier with my doctor. And everything went great. And it's been working. And not only am I down weight, but I'm also working out and eating better. And I feel a lot better. And hopefully I will live a better, longer life for my children. And what I don't know why I'd hide that, because I couldn't give a flying F less if somebody thought negative about it or not. I mean, it's what it is. I told people at work too, like I told Jason and John and Melanie and all those people, like, that I was thinking about having it done, so that I was planning it.
I do miss the McGriddles. That was love lost.
This guy will still eat a McGriddle.
All right.
I mean, I didn't have a surgery that stopped me from eating McGriddles.
Gio eats them 3 at a time.
Gio does not care whether you live into your 70s or 80s. He just wants McGriddles.
I'm with you, Gio. I'm with you. All right. Well, there you go. A successful nothing really that dangerous. I loved answering the question about getting fired and the Hogan question, because there's really so many stories out there. I'd love to be able to set the record straight. It's just let the guy live his life. He didn't do anything, and he got betrayed by his best friend, and it put him in a bad light. And it looks like now, as far as the Republican convention, he has climbed out of that, and he has turned his life around. He's married again. He seems happy. He's got a buttload of money, and he should be very happy, and no reason why he shouldn't be, because he ended up getting screwed over. So that is how I feel. And with that, we must take a break. It is the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. I'd like to read something from the Florida statute, if I can, because clearly that guy that was calling was trying to make a point and say that it was illegal for me to carry a firearm when I'm picking my kids up from school. Something that I've already researched. This says, what about school parking lots or when you pick up or drop off your kids? Concealed firearms can be carried without a license in a vehicle under Florida law as long as a person is 18 or older and the firearm is securely encased or otherwise not readily accessible for immediate use. This is Florida Statute 790.255. This extends to the carry of a firearm in a person's vehicle on the grounds of a school or at a school activity. So there you go. That is the answer to that question for those people who freaked out when they started thinking about that. Because I've gone through this before. I went to my son's school when he went to a kindergarten, and there was a suspicious person on the campus. And I went into the school and I said to them, there's a suspicious person on campus. They locked down the school. And then I went back there with my firearm to protect the school. Like a hero that I am meant to be. Seriously. The truth is,
Blazarian.
Yeah.
You gun.
The truth is, there was a weird homeless guy lurking around the school, and I alerted them to that. But I was well prepared to, use it if I had to. Thankfully, it was nothing, and it was just a little bit of a. I still question about whether or not what was really going on. It was the guy. The guy was wandering behind the school, and I went back there and I talked to the owner, and he goes, "Oh, that's Fred. Fred comes around to see if I have any work for him every once in a while." I'm like, I think you pay Fred to do weird sex stuff to you. I'm not going to be honest with you. It seemed like it was a weird hookup kind of thing.
Oh, crazy Fred.
Crazy Fred.
Old sexy Fred. I mean, what?
It just seemed kind of weird. And but that was a long time. It was, 15 years ago, maybe 14 years ago.
Isn't it crazy your son's like not going back to high school this year? Like, because mine is not either. So it's just a weird thing.
Mine's situation changes every day. My son was going to go to TCC and then go to FSU. And I think that he is not as interested in that anymore. Then it was, I'll take classes online. Now it's, hey, I got offered a job to make this much money a week. Now he's interested in working. So I don't particularly care one way or another. My wife brought up a great point. She's like, think of the most successful people that we know. None of them went to college.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She's like, you, Pete, my friend Lisa, all these people that have done really well and not gone to college. My brother-in-law does really well. My brother, who does have a master's degree, does really well as well. I'm not saying don't go to school. My sister, who's an attorney, but you really have to decide what's good for you.
I told my son, as long as you're doing something, you're not just going to sit on your ass. As long as you got something going on, then that's fine by me.
My son has never been the sit on your ass kind of kid. So.
Neither is he, but that's what I told him. Like, you got something, as long as you got something going on, you're working towards something, I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
And college is good, like, if you want to be a doctor, a lawyer, something you need a degree for. But for the most part, we need tradesmen, electricians, mechanics,
the
stuff
job
like that
he said yesterday was a friend of his, same age as his, right out of high school, was doing pipe fitting work. And he said that he can get him in there to do that. And I go, what do you know? And he goes, they train you to do it, and they pay you $1,000 a week or whatever he said. And he's like, I'll just go do it until the summer's over or whatever. So
I can tell you another good one, welding.
Yeah.
And if you want to do like underwater welding or the sky welding, I don't know what they call it.
Sky welding.
They call it,
Sky welding. Yeah.
I don't want my son to be a sky welder.
Sky welder.
But they get paid a lot of money to climb up those poles that go all the way up there. They get paid like per foot or something like crazy like that. The higher they go, the more money they make. And
I am your father, sky welder.
The Verrazano Bridge in connecting Staten Island to the city was rumored to have people fall off the bridge into the pavement while they were doing it, and they would just pave over them.
Of course,
Probably not true at all, but that was what my family used to tell us. They're like, "Oh no, he fell and died," and they just paved right over him. And I go, "Well, how could they? Well, he was already in there." And then my great grandfather used to tell me that who paints the bridges? The American Indians. And I thought, because they're one with spirit and bird. They have no fear. They can climb and he goes, no, they were big boozers.
Oh, yeah.
He goes, they were big boozers and they were drunk and they climb. And this is all my racist great grandfather talking. But that was the rumor of who did the high work with the drunk guys.
That's hilarious.
I don't really know what my son is going to do. I didn't know what I wanted to do. Wasted time in colleges that ended up not doing anything. I went to Starbucks yesterday and I got to the window and the girl, she said, how's your day going? I go, good. How's your day going? And she said, well, it's pretty good, but I'm like answering the question.
Don't actually answer how's it going.
She goes, she was a cute young girl, and she goes, pretty good, but I have to get out of here and I have to take a test, and I'm dreading that. And I go, what's your test? And she said, math. I go, can I just tell you something? And she goes, I go, as a 53-year-old man, I will tell you, you'll never use that math again. I go, unless you're planning on being a doctor or an engineer or something along those lines. She goes, no, I know. I'm never going to. I go, okay. Just
or
know
I don't know.
C+ is
work
good.
in a bank.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, but I mean, like, she wasn't doing something to go to that she needed math for. She was dreading.
I saw a video the other day, and there was a bunch of kids in school doing a math, like a tournament thing, like a test, but it was like a tournament, and they all used abacus, but they weren't using it at the time. So in their mind, they're using it, and they're going like this. And then they'd write down the answer, and they kept on like they were fake moving.
Like mimicking that thing.
It was wild.
Those are people who have special powers that I don't have.
Yeah.
Like, you ever see the people who do math where you have 32 plus 74, then they add the 3 and the 7 and divided it by a 4 and turn it over here, and they're like, that's the right answer. I'm like, that's not how I got the answer. I don't know what you guys are doing. It works, though. Every time they do it, it works.
Well, didn't they change the way they do math now in school?
Oh, yeah. I have no idea what they do.
Yeah. What is Common Core or something like that?
Yep.
Yeah, there's a different way, and that's what all the parents are like, that's not how you do it, but that's how they do it now, and it's a different thing, but it's getting I guess it gets the same,
Yeah. I wouldn't know. Frankie, you worked on the bridges?
Oh, yeah. I was a high climb specialist for the government for 31 years. So on the Verrazano, the piers that are in the water, they had hundreds of names. It would be just first names, Luigi, Pepe, the ones who fell in. They had to keep the concrete going. So they didn't pull you out.
Oh, really?
They just kept pulling over you. Oh, yeah. A lot of bridges are like that, the older ones.
Oh, man. See,
what a way to go.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, man.
And you never had any close calls?
Oh, I've seen a lot of falls, man. When every time somebody would fall, I would have to get a whole new crew. It would take me like 3-4 months. Even on water towers and stuff like that.
That's
it was really bad, man.
Thank you, sir.
Imagine falling and you only break your ankle, and they're like, nope, we're pouring.
Sorry, I'm pouring.
Yeah.
Matt, what do you know about sky welding?
Yeah, you definitely don't weld the sky, but I don't know. I used to do structural welding for on telecommunication towers and broadcast, and they don't make the greatest amount of money, but there's a lot to do with it. It'd take you about a year to be able to learn everything you need to know. Also, if your son wants to get right into a trade right away, he could go to welding school, but I advise that if he wants to do that, he should become a TIG welder and just work in a clean shop doing like stainless steel or aluminum.
I don't think he's going to do something like that, but I hear what you're saying. But let me ask you, do you do radio towers too?
Yeah, I used to do both. I did satellites, I did broadcasts, I did FM, I did AM, I did cell. I did pretty much everything.
I don't know how you guys do that. I look at some video that our engineers take of just a drone going up to the top of our tower. That is ridiculously high. I don't know. I'm a guy that doesn't like roller coasters, so I can't imagine ever being up there. You don't get crazy where you're like you don't work in constant fear.
Well, check this out. The bigger the tower, there's a lot of times there's a service elevator that will take you several hundred feet. So you only have to climb to the service elevator, and then it takes you 70% of the way up. Then you have to get out, and then you have to man climb the rest of it up. And you have a safety harness on when you have two different forms of fall protection. But if you were to have an incident or something like that, someone would have to climb up and get you. The fire department can't rescue you when you're that high up. They don't have they don't have any way to do do that.
Yeah, that's the thing. You're dangling.
Rope and rescue.
Oh.
Yeah, I used to teach the rope and rescue for the tower companies. Like all the companies that I worked for, I would teach the rope and rescue class because you can't work on those towers without being certified.
That's insane. Yeah, our tower has an elevator. And I think they said it takes you like a half hour to get up in the elevator all the way up to the top. But and they asked me if I want to go.
Yeah, it's real rickety.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's real rickety. It makes a lot of noise, and a lot of times they'll have power issues, and then you're stuck in there until the power issue is resolved.
Oh no, thanks. I'm out. Thanks.
But I mean, it's inside the tower, so it's not like you'll fall out.
It doesn't matter if I'm halfway up that tower and the thing just goes boom and powers down. That's when I started getting nervous. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate the call. No, I don't. They say that there's good hog hunting at our tower too because they've got wild hogs out there. But I'm not going up to that tower. I mean, I would go and maybe get on the roof of the little building that's there. And
I wouldn't go on the tower.
No, I'm not.
It's way too high, dude.
Way too high.
Yeah.
And there are people that fall off of those all the time.
Yeah.
No thanks.
Yeah.
I'm out. All I want is cheesecake. It's national. I keep seeing a thing on TV. It's National Cheesecake Day, and Charlie Belcher's eating all these different kinds of cheesecake, and it's driving me crazy.
Listen, you made it past National Wing Day.
It's true.
You can make it past National Cheesecake Day.
Sit here and wait for National Yogurt Day to come out. It's great.
You could make cheesecake.
No.
Oh, boy.
No, like a healthy.
Just get some borax.
You know what?
When is International Protein Shake Day?
It's every day. You know what we did make? I found the sand dollars at the beach. And
killed them.
Yep.
Yeah. Murderer.
Yep. And took them out.
Mozzarella cheese on it.
Yeah.
This show's filled with jerk.
Throw in the air fryer.
Yeah. No, you take them home. They're brown.
Yeah.
So
they're still alive.
Oh, you make me feel worse.
Not anymore.
That's the rotting carcass.
Yeah. I let them sit out to dry on the surfboard, and they dried out, but they were still brown. You have to bleach them. Did you know that? They say put them in peroxide, and we did for like 3 days, and then they got green.
If I was on the bleach, I might put them in bleach.
It said peroxide or bleach. We had peroxide. We had no bleach. And we put them in the peroxide, and they turned a little brownish green. Didn't work, but my wife brought them out the other day. Boom, all white.
Yeah.
All very, I feel like
White dollar.
We got all our decorations for the beach house. We
So you
made
murdered them and then you bleached them.
Well, I let the seahorse go and the starfish.
You kind of tossed it like through the air.
Yeah, but I went, go back to your home.
It was
He probably broke his tail on that fall.
You're
It was an
ridiculous.
aggressive toss.
Now they're going to concrete over them.
It's all ridiculous. All right, I must take a break. If you'd like to get through before we get out of here, 727-579-1025 or 800-771-1025. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 1025 The Bone. Zero res, spell it backward or forward. It's the right way to clean. And by the way, Spanish, we may be due for zero res to come back here.
Hell yeah.
And get this place in order. I noticed
Easy peasy.
I noticed the arms of my chair are turning a little bit brown.
Uh-oh, that's no good.
From the dogs constantly trying to lick me and licking the chairs.
They just want to love you, man.
Well, I'm not complaining about it. I'm not complaining. But Mabel really, yesterday, between the thunder and just her natural love for me, made it kind of uncomfortable. She looks me. I'm the only dog that looks you right in the eyes.
Yeah, I love
and
it.
gives you sad eyes when she does it.
I like when she, I don't like it when Hazel jumps up on me, but when Maisel does it, because she looks at me. Yeah, what'd I say? Maisel, whatever. Yeah, because the brown one jumps up on me. I like that she looks me in the eyes.
Always.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Because she's just as tall as both of us.
Yeah. That's one of my brothers said is he's convinced one day he's going to unzip and come out. Be like, I told you all, I'm a real. Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Hi, good morning. I was just calling in to put to his his son going to work.
What? You were calling in for what?
To put in about his son going to work, so about Mike's son going to work.
Yeah, you're talking to Mike. What do you got, buddy?
Oh, I'm sorry. For your son, just give it his best, man. Whatever he does, whether it's welding, whether it's concrete, whether it's brick, whether it's whatever, trades, IT, programming, just do his best.
I think so too. I agree with you, and your phone is terrible, so I'm hanging up there. I'm not mad at you. It sounds awful. The thing is that I don't care. I don't know what line. There you go. Thank you. I don't know what he's planning to do. I don't think he knows yet. But you're right. As long as you go into it with I got a plan and this is what I'm going to do, I'm guarantee he'll be the best at it. I mean, he's still trying to launch his T-shirt thing, which he's doing pretty good at, and that he did all by himself with a little bit of my money. But he did it all by himself and came up with ideas, and he's hustling. So he's a good kid. I'm not stressing out about that. Listen, my kid comes to me and says, I want to be a welder. I'm going to be like, be the best goddamn welder you can be. I don't care.
If you want to hear it, Carmen has the intro song where the guy said there is a smoke detector going off.
I can't see how that's true, but then again, I never paid attention. You have that, Carmen?
I do. So it's within the first 6 seconds from when it starts. Okay, so I'm going to start at the very beginning and see if you can hear it.
I've never noticed, so go ahead.
I'm about to whip somebody's ass. Oh,
I never heard that before.
Yeah.
Good ear, sir. Good ear. I've never heard it before. Look at young Brian Knobs.
By the way, that gentleman that sings this is a black guy, just so you know, if you want to put that together with the smoke detector. Have you not seen that?
No.
Oh, like every video, they always say the black guy has like the smoke detector going off,
That's
and
funny.
so they make a joke out of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I never noticed that before. That song is some guy who made that song for his daughter at work so that she didn't lose her mind and kill everybody at work when she was frustrated. And that has just found its way into our show now for probably 18 years. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. Mike Calta Show, good morning. Oh, so loud. Hello.
Good morning.
Yes, hi, sir.
Good morning, Mike. Hey, I have a question. Earlier, Carmen had said an app that she had put on her phone. I'm sorry to bother you during the show.
That's all right, Carmen. What is your quit drinking app called?
The non-drinking app, it's called Reframe. If you go to the App Store,
are you saying reframe or refrain?
Reframe. REFRAME. If you put that in, you'll go. It's a little blue icon with what looks like a brain. So you're reframing your thinking of drinking.
I thought you were saying refrain, like refrain from drinking.
Yeah, no, reframe.
I did too, and I couldn't find it anywhere. So, wow. So thank you very much, and I really do appreciate you all. I listen to you every morning.
Thank you, brother. Thank you very much.
Yeah, and the app is really cool because I'm actually in like a Tampa community. So like if I want to reach out to somebody else in the area and kind of talk or share my story or listen to them, they have that, or you can listen to experts that are also like therapists if you need help.
Do you know that turns me off right away? I hate sharing emotion with other people, but I will tell you that Bobby Kelly calls me all the time. Hey, what are you doing? Are you eating? You exercising? You doing good? All right. So it is good to have somebody to talk to and have a little buddy there.
Well, yeah, and everyone's different. Like, I haven't used it yet. I haven't used the community. I just joined it just in case it ever comes up, and you earn points.
Can you imagine
the more
Carmen
things that you do.
I'm staring at a bottle of whiskey right now, just thinking about chugging it.
I don't want any community on anything.
No, no, it's just awkward. I don't know why. Mike Calta Show. Good morning.
How you doing, Mike?
Good, sir. How are you?
I have a question for Joe.
Okay.
Under oath is over. We have that, right?
Oh, you could lie.
All right.
No, yeah. I was just wondering, when Mike ever wins the death poll, which he's getting pretty good. I know Galvin was on a streak for a long time, and last few 3 years, you've been winning, Mike. Do you pay him?
Good question.
Yes. Yes, I do.
Well, he tried to keep my money from Tony Burton last year.
Yeah. Well, that was Tony Burton's fault.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. My question is, will Gio pay me this year?
Yes, he's in.
I'm not playing.
Yeah, he's been maintaining that he refuses to pay.
But you joined in the beginning. You're in. You're in.
But what's going to happen if he doesn't pay? You're going to beat him up for me?
Yes.
Oh, well, you assume you're going to win?
Oh, yeah, I'm winning.
If I win and Gio doesn't pay me,
I'll beat him up for you.
No, he'll pay me because I'll
strong arm him.
Disqualification.
No. There is no DQ.
I don't want to pay then either.
When the game is exposed to be rigged,
it's not.
Then,
okay, well, how is it rigged?
So I'm not going to go through it again. I've done it a million times.
Speaking of rigged games on this show, on Thursday, Martin Gramatica is going to join us because we got our first preseason game. We're back in action with Martin. We got to think about what we're going to do.
All right.
And make it for real.
Yeah.
I'm the only one that got a tattoo out of this deal.
Think about what we're going to lie about.
Yeah. Well, no. I'd like to establish. I'm the only person that went through with my bet.
Well,
Spanish never took you out to your meal.
Yeah. By the way,
I paid him his money.
I'd like to point out that Gio won last year.
Yeah,
for the death pool.
You can't bow out now. You just won last.
Yeah,
time.
it's like winning a hand of poker and then quitting.
Mike won the year before. I won before that. Tony Burton won. Then I won. Tony won. I won.
Yeah, you're the angel of death
Tony
for a
won.
while.
You won. Yeah.
I'm in it to win it this year. Do we have a updated score nearby?
Yeah, I have it right here.
What do you got?
So you are currently in first place with 313 points.
Solid.
I am next, second place with 141 points. So you're more than double me right now.
Yeah, but can change towards the end of the year.
I know. Spanish right behind me where I like him, 134 points.
I'm great at Big Spoon, Carmen.
You're never the Big Spoon.
Always
Carmen has 112 points. She is followed by Tony Burton with 68 points. Then you have Gio with 61 points.
Out.
Yeah, because you're not doing as well right now. You win this thing, you're not getting any money then.
Yeah, if I won, I would not
but you're already
any
in. You're
payment.
already in.
I
You're already in.
We couldn't force our money on
saying
you.
I'm not playing has been rigged against
You already said in the beginning that you're in. There's no getting out.
I've been saying multiple times I'm out because
Costa Nostra.
it's
No
rigged
leaving.
out of nothing but spite.
Pap has 52 points, and then we go all the way to the bottom where he's got 0 points. Ian Beckles.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Ian's paying this year, too.
Yeah.
I'm going to buy you all something nice for Christmas if I get that money.
Thank you.
Mike Calta Show.
On the outside looking in.
Hey, good morning, Mike Calta.
One call a day. That's all you get.
Not even.
I was watching some Bone TV video here during the commercial break. Man, I miss Dum Dum Lori.
Yeah.
Dum Dum Lori and Dum Dum Garfunkel were two of the best things that ever happened on the show.
You know what I miss more than that? Tight Carmen and her little Christmas outfit.
Oh,
Carmen. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Long, straight hair, Carmen.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Pre-Chad, Carmen.
20-year-old Carmen.
Tight tan.
Yeah.
Just
Rocking a bikini at work.
Yeah.
That's the way.
I was an intern back then, so it wasn't work yet.
Yeah.
I was trying
It was
to
called
get
lawsuit.
Yeah, I was
That's
trying
the
to
move.
get the job, Gio.
Definitely before the Me Too movement.
Exactly.
Dude, Spanish, you should ask Shark about this on one of your sad weirdos.
Uh-huh.
When he was like, what are we doing with her? Are we paying her? And I go, I don't know, but she's got a butthole tattoo. We should probably pay her. And he goes,
I can't wait.
All right, let me look into that.
Yeah, but do you remember right before that, Shark goes, should we pay her? And you go, nah, we'll just find somebody else. And then I got a tattoo.
That
And then you're
didn't
like,
really happen.
yes, it did.
No, man, I don't remember.
Yeah.
Carmen, I never didn't like you and didn't want you, so I can't imagine that to be true.
Yeah.
I might have said that to you, but I can't imagine.
No, you've
to
said
be
that
true.
under oath a million times.
Not under oath.
Yes, because Shark came to you and said, should we start paying her? And you go, no, not really.
Yeah, and then you said, what happens if she leaves? And I said, we just hire somebody else.
Right.
Yeah,
and then
that's different.
and then I got a tattoo, and then you're like, maybe
Well, you proved your dedication to the show.
Maybe we should start paying her now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Now you proved your dedication.
please. I had been here for a year.
Big deal. We were all here for a long time.
I quit all of my jobs. I was driving from Sarasota. If that's not dedication, then screw you. I literally, once Dinah left, I quit all of my jobs and I started coming in full time. So you stopped looking for females. Because at one time you were literally interviewing females.
Yeah, it was
true
to take Dinah's place. And then I quit all of my daytime jobs and I just started coming in every single day because I used to only come in Thursday and Fridays. Then Dinah left and then I started coming in Monday through Friday, and then you just stopped interviewing women.
Yeah, because we had a bunch of women sit in with us.
Right.
We had one that Spanish slept with.
Yep. Oh,
all right.
She was the
That
one, by
ruined
the
it.
way.
Who was that?
She was the one.
I slept with her after that contest was over. 100% after that contest was over. No,
She
it was
good.
after.
I liked her. She
Yeah.
was my front runner.
Yeah.
Cammy was one of them.
Hammy.
Hammy, sorry. Then what's her face with the super great ass and the husband with the tattoos? She's got all the tattoos. Oh, I can't think of her name
Brian?
right now. No. She was a she.
Why
Yeah.
didn't she make the cut?
She was really good.
Oh, I do know who you.
I can't think of her name right now.
Lynn or Holly.
Holly. Yeah, Holly.
Oh yeah, Holly.
Tight.
Yeah.
No, different Holly.
All Holly's tight.
Super great ass and Holly go hand in hand.
Yeah, there was only one girl that Spanish hooked up with that I was super jealous of. I mean, I couldn't do anything anyway because I was married, but there was one girl. Do you know who it is?
No.
I don't really know. I don't remember her name either. There was one girl that I kind of was like attracted to. I mean, I wasn't going to do anything, but and then you hooked up and I was like, God damn, I wish I was single.
The one from Beach Club?
I don't know who that is.
Super great ass.
No, she was a teacher and she came in here and she did some sort of teaching thing. It was, I don't know, maybe she did like Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader or something like that. She was from, I want to say Pasco County somewhere, a little blonde
Was she
girl.
the one that graded my paper?
Maybe. I don't remember.
I know. Well, no, never mind. The blonde that I know of is worked at Penthouse.
No, this chick was a teacher.